Welcome everyone. You finally found it. If you're watching this webinar, you're in the right place at exactly the right time. And you don't know it yet, but your entire life is about to change for the better. Hi everyone, my name is Chuck Wojak, and I'll be your MC for today. In just a few minutes, I'm going to welcome Oliver Niño, the Spiritual Activator, and he's going to reveal to you the 8 psychic senses you might have and how they work. He's also going to share with you some very powerful principles for protecting and clearing your energy so that you can feel more joy, love, peace, and abundance on a daily basis. But before we start, make sure to pull out a pen and a paper so you can take notes. You're going to learn a lot of techniques and secrets today that will change your life. So make sure you watch this presentation all the way to the end. All right, before we start, you might be thinking, who is the Spiritual Activator and why should I listen to him? So before I bring him on stage, I'm going to play for you this short video introducing Oliver.
Oliver is one of the most sought-after healers with a waiting list of over 600,000 people.
Dealt with some major celebrities. You get all those secret phone calls when they're in trouble.
So our next guest has worked with some of the biggest names like Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oliver has been such an impactful person.
I don't even understand what happened, but he has changed me on a cellular level.
World-renowned celebrity spiritual advisor Oliver Niño is teaching others his secrets.
Who are you helping and what are people coming to you for?
I had a lot of grief. I'd lost my mother 6 years ago.
So I was on antidepressants 3 at a time for 28 years.
I've had 16 surgeries. I've had 4 strokes. I've had domestic violence, and I'm in constant pain.
Why am I not feeling love all the time? I am surrounded by it, but why am I not feeling it?
I always attracted the same relationships, and I'm just like, oh, why? Like, why does this keep happening in my life?
That's my purpose, is how do I alleviate suffering for people? How do I empower people? How do I help them find the light in the darkest moments?
Your heart is enormous.
It's been the biggest blessing I've ever received.
Such a beautiful thing to experience it, but also to see.
Talk us through when you do a healing session, what it looks like and how you help.
When I meet people, a lot of the time chatting with them, it comes to me what I need to work on. I'm scanning all the areas of the body where there's blocks and removing them lovingly.
So you're cleansing the energy, is that right?
Yes.
My life has just been changed. I walk with clarity. I walk with purpose.
The tools that Oliver gave me, I healed myself, and I have had no medication since then.
I just sat back, relaxed, let you do what you do. Started crying. That next morning I woke up, literally just sat up on the side of the bed, and I stood up. My pain is like 90% gone, literally. I thought, what the heck is going on? I mean, I have goosebumps right now.
Now I feel like I'm actually going to be able to see the love. I'm going to be able to feel the love. I am love. Whatever he did to bring out this, whatever he's channeling, all the things, I don't know. I can't explain it. But to realize we are love, and I think now that I actually have a chance to feel love like I've always wanted. Like it's always been there, but now it's like I can actually feel it. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
I think 100% pure belief that everything that you ever want or need or is inside of you. Oliver just brings it out in you.
Oliver is the author of the #1 international best-selling book, Spiritual Activator. His goal is to reach 1 billion souls, and that's why he spends most of his time leading sold-out events with over 15,000 people from 80-plus countries.
I run an international business with my wife, and together we serve over 3 million students.
Philanthropist and author Demi Moore
She helps people rewire their minds and emotions for happiness and abundance. It's exciting because not only do we do our purpose work together, not only do we do business together, not only do we do life together, but we also have kids that we raise. Not only do we help others heal, but we gotta heal within ourselves as well. Because the more we heal within ourselves, the deeper we can heal it within others.
You do need to be like at least 5% open. Give yourself a chance to believe.
It is the most life-changing, soul-thrilling experience. My soul needed this, and I feel like everybody needs this.
All right, put in the chat if you're excited to meet Oliver. I hope that we've all been hoping that you would come here for this event. So specifically, help me put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Oliver Niño. All right.
Okay, hello, everybody. Oliver here, Spiritual Activator. And if you guys can see me and hear me, put yes and yes in the chats so that I know that we are all good to go. Okay? And we'll do a little bit of a side-by-side here in a moment. So you're going to see my PowerPoint that I'm going to go over today, because I want to go over the 8 psychic senses you might have and how they work. Okay? And this is a concept that I've known for a long time. And this presentation I'm going to give you today, I promise you, if you stay till the end, it will change your life. Right? Over 20 years now, I have mastered, energy and how it affects our lives. And without even you knowing it, how it affects your life. So right now, if you're in a place to where you're stuck, you're struggling, you're like, Oliver, I've tried a lot of different things, to manifest what I want or to heal myself or just to feel better, but nothing has worked, right? I promise you what you're going to learn in this presentation will change the way you view things, the way you change the way you view life, and it's going to empower you, all right? So I try to jam-pack as much information as I can in this short 1-hour presentation so that you can at least know what I know, what took me 20 years to really master and get into, and you're going to learn it here shortly. Okay? So first of all, I'm glad you found this training. Right now, give yourself a pat on the back, because you're not here by accident. Out of all the places you could have been today, you are here on this webinar. Okay? And I believe you're here for a reason, and that reason will become clear to you in a minute. Okay? Maybe you're looking to improve certain areas of your life. Like, let me know in the chats. What area of your life are you most focused on right now? Because there's typically one area where we're focusing on, and it means something to us. Whether it's abundance, relationship, joy, health, purpose, inner peace, how you actually feel physically. Typically, there's an area of life that we're like, Oliver, this is exactly what I'm looking to improve, or it could be better, right? Because it can be better. Probably deep down inside, things can get better. And the question you keep asking yourself is, why hasn't it gotten better? Why not me? Why everybody else? So put it in the chats, right? Because you're here for a reason. Or maybe you're like me, where you've dedicated your life to helping others heal, or helping others in general, right? Maybe you're looking for a better and faster way to help people, because that's part of your purpose work. You want to be able to facilitate healing on a deeper level. Maybe you're coming here because you're already a healer, or maybe you're not even a healer yet, but deep down inside, there's more to life than this. That you're meant for something more, and you just can't, put your finger on the pulse on what that is yet. And hopefully this presentation will kind of shed some light into what that is, right? And either way, you're at the exact right place at exactly the right time. I don't believe in coincidences, right? There are no coincidences. This, to me, is something that is way higher than that. Okay? So what we'll go over today, I'm going to share with you this. One, we're going to go over the invisible thing controlling your life right now. Okay? This is super important because a lot of people miss out on this, right? And I'm going to go over what really goes on in your inner energetic system, right? Because when you understand this, it's going to liberate you. It's going to give you clarity. It's going to finally give you the answers that you're looking for, or why you're stuck and why you're not where you want to be, right? This is probably the answer you've been looking for a while now. Okay, I'm going to go over where negative energy gets stuck. Because when negative energy gets affected, affects you, it gets stuck in your body. So I'm going to share with you, where it gets stuck, and what you can do about it. Okay, I'm going to go over the 8 spiritual senses you might have and how they work. Okay, and I'm also going to go over my proven 4-step system for mastering your energy. Okay, and also how to unlock your natural healing abilities in 30 days. And much more. Who's excited to learn that? Let me know in the chats. Okay? Put it in the chats. Okay. So here's why you want to stay towards the very end. I have a special gift in store for you. Okay? If you stay till the very end of this training. Okay, I've got this video. It's called the Rapid Manifestation Video. It's a powerful one, And I'm going to share this with you. You're going to get the exact training, okay, if you stay until the end. Our system tracks that. We'll know if you stay till the end, and you're going to get this exact video, right? And this video has techniques that you can use immediately. So you want to stick till the end of this video. All right, so let's talk about one of the most important things most people ignore, right? Here, to me, this right here, okay, I want you to take a picture of this real quick. Take a moment. I'm going to give you guys a few seconds here. Okay, take a picture of this with your phone. You screenshot it, because this right here is going to change the way you understand life itself, why things are happening, to you, right? How to change that, how you can be more empowered, and really how you can step into the life that you've always dreamed about. Okay, so if you look at here right now at the very bottom, and this to me is a little bit condensed because typically I take 4 days to go all over all of this stuff in greater detail, 3 to 4 days, and I really go into here, but I'm trying to make it concise here because I want you guys to really get this. So the life that you have right now, think about it. Think about your life. Think about your relationships, your finances, your well-being, your health, your peace of mind. Everything that you're attracting right now in your life, and everything that seems like it's far away from you, that you're repelling, that you want it, but for some reason you don't have it. Your entire life, as is, has a certain energy it produces, right? When that energy is produced, right, let's call it your vibration. It puts you in this vibration, kind of like a TV channel, to where if you're tuned in to the horror channel, everything you see is scary. So the same thing, your life right now has a certain energy to it, and you're tuned in. You are unconsciously programmed into a channel, that's attracting to you all the things you don't want in life, right? And I'm gonna go over how to change that channel, because again, you're gonna learn what really affects this channel. What's the language of this channel, right? But simplicity's sake, your life right now has it produces energy that keeps you stuck in this channel. But ask yourself, what drives what affects your life right now? And it's decisions. The decisions that you've made, right? One of my good friends who I've done a lot of energy healing on is Tony Robbins, right? Amazing individual. I've helped him and his family for several years now. And he says, decisions shape destiny. And that's absolutely true. Why is that? Think about your life, and think about all the biggest decisions you've ever had to make, right? The things that are, some of these decisions, you made them once, but it's affecting your life till today. The I do, or I'm done. Okay, I'm relocating, I'm staying here. I'm forgiving, I'm harboring resentment. Right? I'm saying yes, I'm saying no. I'm taking the, I'm going for the job I really want, or I'm staying here. I'm playing it safe, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to open my heart, I'm going to close my heart, right? So decisions shape destiny. And your decisions that you make, each and every single one of them, guess what? They each produce energy. Produce energy, right? And then you have to ask yourself, okay, now you have your life right now produces energy, right? Your decisions produce energy, right? Now you got to ask yourself, what affects your decisions? What drives your decisions? And it's emotions. Think about it. When you feel a strong set of emotions, whether it's empowering, like hope, love, joy, excitement, curiosity, bliss, right? Or let's say it's disempowering emotions like fear, anxiety, guilt, inadequacy, anger, self-hatred. Each emotion that you feel, each of them produces an energy as well, right? So decisions produce energy, emotions produce energy, right? And again, now we're looking at it from an energetic level. It produces energy. And scientists have actually been able to measure this. They would have a room of people focused on feeling an emotion, and they would have machines that would measure it, and they know the range of okay, this emotion like anger has this range of frequency. This emotion of happiness has this range, and they're able to measure it energetically, okay? And then emotions also produce energy, right? So now we're starting to see, your life has an energy, decisions produce energy, every single emotions produce an energy. Now you got to ask yourself, because you want to go as deep as you can, okay, what affects your emotions? Your mind. Your mind. How many of you guys feel like right now one of the biggest things that's holding you back in life, self-sabotaging you, is your mind? Conflict in your mind. Put it in the chats. Okay? If it's your mind, put it in the chats. Right? And your mind has self-talk, I'm not good enough. I'll never make it. I'm unlovable. It has limiting beliefs, right? Around money, around love, around everything. Money's the root of all evil, right? It's lonely in the top. More money, more problems. People are out there to hurt you. You know, people use you. If they see me and know the real me, they can hurt me, right? We got rules. What are rules? Oh, in order for me to open up, then, you know, I need to know that they love me. How I know they love me is, you know, they're telling me several times a day that they love me, right? And they're buying me gifts. They don't miss a day. You know, they can read my mind. Or, like, you know, rules can be, like, you know, in order to make money, I have to be working 80 hours a week. You know, it has to be imbalanced. Like, something's got to give. That's my rule, right? And then you also have traumas and triggers, which things that are affect you. And all of these things, from your self-talk, limiting beliefs, your rules, your traumas and triggers, guess what? Okay? Each one of them produces energy, right? Produces energy. All the energy produced by your mind, your emotions, and your decisions, guess what happens? All that energy is what controls your reality. It controls your vibration. It dictates what channel that you're on. Right? It dictates whether you're in an abundant channel, a healthy channel, you know, a happy channel, or a channel of fear, anxiety, and despair. And what channel you're on will dictate who you attract in your life, opportunities that are possible, or things you'll never be able to experience. Okay? And the thing with that is it's all energy, right? All energy, okay? And all this stuff falls what I call human-created identity. It's a little bit more advanced, right? And human-created identity also has an energy, because here's the thing. Who we are at the core, and you might probably have known this, we are born high vibrational. We weren't born coming out of the womb thinking, I'm not good enough. I'll never make it in life. People are out there to hurt me. Life happens, and it gets passed down to us in our human form, or we absorb it, but that's not how we start, right? There's a difference. And as life happens, we create a human-created identity that has its limitations, right? And it also has a specific energy that it produces that keeps us stuck. And what the best thing to know about all this stuff is it doesn't matter if you know the thoughts, it doesn't matter if you know the traumatic event, it doesn't matter if you know the emotions, it doesn't matter if you don't know anything. Because all of these things produce an energy. So if you work, since everything in life, all living things in life produce energy that can be measured by machines, and science has been able to measure it, researchers have been able to do it. Your thoughts, your emotions, your decisions, you know, your reality produces energy. So the cool thing about this is you don't have to know what's holding you back. In case you're like, Oliver, I need to know what it is. You don't have to. When you work on energy, you affect everything in life. Okay? You affect everything in life without knowing what it is. And that's why, to me, energy is the big secret. Energy is the thing that moves the needle. Energy is how you can experience instant results in life. Energy is how you can completely transform your life, you know, really, really quickly. Okay? Because energy, it's the invisible thing that controls your entire life. Yet it's the one thing that we were never taught growing up. How many of you guys were even taught about energy growing up? It wasn't a conversation. There's no education around it. It's one of the things that we learn through life. We learned through trial and error, right? I wish I knew this back then. Things would have been extremely different, okay? You know, here's the thing with energy. It can either keep you stuck, unhappy, and unfulfilled, or it can bring you abundance, happiness, success, and inner peace, right? And right now, like, looking at your life, you kind of probably know which vibration you're on, right? And I'm here to, you know, not to make you feel bad about it, but it's just a reality check, because if you are able to get into that vibration, guess what? You can also get out of it, and you can elevate to the next one, where everything that you're looking for, everything you want, everything you need is available there, and it's readily just flowing to you, okay? Now here's how energy affects you. All right, here's how energy affects you, and I want to kind of share this with you so that you at least, you know, I can get you up to speed, right, on the things that we were never taught. As you probably already know, energy affects you more than you realize. Science has proven that everything in our universe is made of the same energy, same energy. Even Einstein was like, E equals mc squared, right? Energy. So it's proving that everything is energy. But you're thinking like, Oliver, how does this apply to me? I get it, energy, but how does this apply to me, right? Okay, here's some examples. Remember a time when you spoke to someone or encountered someone who was angry, stressed, anxious, or just heavy vibes, or in a bad mood? Think, what happened after, right? Chances are you felt it or you were affected by it one way or another. Maybe in your stomach, you felt it. Maybe in your heart, maybe in your head. Maybe your heart beats faster, you're feeling anxious, you're sweating. Let me know in the chats how it affected you, how people affect you. But I'm pretty sure whether or not you go into a crowded area and everybody else affects you, or just one person who has intense energy affects you, I'm betting you it affected you somehow, right? And it doesn't stop there. That's just the beginning. That's just the surface level. If it's affecting you that much in the moment, gosh, it goes way, way, way deeper than that, okay? Sometimes you carry that energy throughout your day, right? And it ends up affecting everything you do and everyone you encounter. Think about it. Someone has a sour mood, it affects you. Next thing you know, you're triggered, you're affected, you're thrown off by it. You're not the same. You're not peaceful, calm, happy anymore. You're affected by that. And that energy, even though it's invisible, now it has a very real, lasting impact on your life because it affects the way you think, the way you feel, the decisions that you make in all areas of your life, your work, relationships, your health. It affects everything. What started out as invisible has very visible and long-lasting effects in all areas of your life now. Okay? And now that's just one tiny example of how a complete stranger can affect your life through energy alone. One tiny example. Okay, now here's the thing. Okay, let's talk about the lucky and unlucky phenomenon. Have you guys ever had this experience? And let me know in the chats. Okay, have you guys ever had the experience where you meet someone and you're like, why are they so lucky? You might think, they're not different than me, but why are they experiencing all this luck? Why is everything happening for them? And why not me? Honestly, how many of you guys have felt that? Put in the chats. Okay? I felt that for the longest time. In the past, I kept trying, doing these programs, looking at everybody else succeeding, and everybody has a success story. Everything's happening for them. And I'm like, I'm trying. I'm doing stuff. Why not me? Why can't I get there? Right? I'm following the same thing. So why is it, okay, that some people are lucky and some people aren't? Right? And you think about it, my question is, have you ever had a lucky day? Have you ever had a lucky day, one where everything went right? Like one after another, almost as if the stars lined up and conspired in your favor, and it was just, everything went right. How many of you guys have had that? Put in the chats. Okay, lucky day, right? Now, on the flip side, have you ever had a bad day where everything just went wrong? And it just kept on piling up when it rains and pours. And then maybe you're like me, you just wanted to curl up in the ball and hide from the world because I'm like, wow, this is one thing after another. Put it in the chats as well, right? Put it in the chats. These are all, I'm making a point here because it's an important one, okay? To me, it's not coincidence when these things happen, okay? They happen because they're controlled by your energy that day. And your energy is what dictates what vibration, what channel you're on. Whether you're on, the abundant channel where things just happen to you easily, it flows to you, it shows up in your life, you become a magnet to the things that you want in life, the things that you desire, the things that you don't even know you need just come to you, right? Effortlessly, or the vibration where you're struggling, there's scarcity, you're trying, there's anxiety, there's fear, there's not enoughness, and it's just this, this energy, this channel that you're in to where no matter what you do, you can't break through because it's a channel jump. It's and the thing that determines that the jump in channels is your energy. Energy is the language of vibration. Energy is the language of vibration of the universe. Everything produces energy. So when you start to think in terms of energy, life changes completely. My entire life changed for the better when I understood that energy is the one thing that affects all of us. Whether we know it or not, whether we believe it or not, whether we like it or not. To me, energy is like oxygen. It's invisible. You don't see oxygen. You can't smell it. You can't taste it, but it's there. Every second we need it, right? Same thing with energy. It's there. It affects us, right? And oxygen, you don't even think about it till you're in a place to where there is no oxygen. You're in the pool for a minute or two, or a place where you can't breathe, and it becomes the most important thing, because in that moment you realize, ooh, wow, this thing is essential. Same thing with energy, right? When it gets really, really tough, that's when you're like, oh wow, something here is going on here, right? And you know something's different. It's your energy. Okay, it's your energy. Your energy is more powerful than your thoughts and emotions. Write it down. That is a writer-downer. Your energy is more powerful than your thoughts and emotions. Okay? It's the invisible thing, right? Your energy is the invisible thing that controls everything in your life, right? It's one of the things that most people don't focus on because they don't see it with their naked eye. Out of sight, out of mind. And I'm guilty of that. I had to work on this stuff, right? It's out of sight, out of mind. But kind of like your heart, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not real. It is. It's just that we just know that, right? Same thing with energy. It is real. It is very, very real. Right? How many of you guys have had experience where someone's name pops in your head, you're thinking about them out of nowhere, you don't know why, maybe you dreamt about them, they pop in your head. Next thing you know, it's not so random because you see them, they call you, they text you, they email you, they just pop up into your reality. Right? Or have you ever had the experience of like, you're looking, you're staring at someone's back, the back of their head, their back, you're looking at them, and then all of a sudden they just turn around. It's almost like they know that you're looking at them, and they turn around and they're like, oh wow, how did that happen? Right? All the stuff, energy affects us, right? When your energy, to me, when your energy and personal vibration is high, most obstacles and challenges don't even appear. You skip them, and the ones that do, you're just magically able to handle them. You're bigger than them. The mountains become molehills, and you become bigger than any problem that could ever be thrown your way. It doesn't faze you anymore, right? When your energy and your personal vibration is low, it's the opposite. It's like the Pandora's box of negativity, fear, unwanted scenarios come flooding into your life, and even the smallest things tend to bother you, affect you, and throw you off, right? So examples. Several years ago, I dipped into an energy where, I dipped in energy and forgot what it was. I just remembered what happened. And when I did, within 30 minutes, I had several people, family members, people that, family members, friends, people that I normally don't talk to. They were all negative. They're all bringing problems to me. They're all draining me. They're all dragging me down. I'm like, how did this happen? Right? Some of them I just talk to a few times a year because, those type of friends and family members who were like, you can handle them, but in small doses. Maybe in a family gathering, maybe once in a while. You love them, but you love them from afar, right? And to me, when I dipped, all of a sudden they all showed up quickly. Why is that? Just like a TV channel, a radio station, uses the concept of frequencies to transmit information, I was choosing the frequency where all these people existed through my energy that I was emitting that I didn't even know I was emitting. Right? But it had very real results in my life. Okay? And to me, I went there energy-wise. And when I went there energy-wise, they all showed up. And they knew exactly how to find me. And they did it quickly. Okay? And during that hour, I started receiving, not only that, one piece of bad news after another. Because when it rains, it pours. So what happens when you're in low vibration? Then you get in there, next thing you know, everything that could possibly go wrong goes wrong. Murphy's Law, right? And, in the past, I would just let this continue for days, sometimes weeks or months at a time, because I just thought that's just the way life is. I didn't know how to get myself out of it. I just thought, oh, well, okay, this is just what it is. I'm just going to have to ride the wave, right? Then the thing is, over time, it would affect my thoughts, my emotions, and my actions. It affected everything, right? And that's when I started realizing this was happening, and I started thinking, you know what? I got to do something different. I got to change this. And that's when I made it a priority to master my energy, because I was like, I can't live life like this. I can't. This is just a painful way to live life. And it doesn't have to be this way. So that's what drove me, is realizing, wow, this is too much pain, but I don't want life to be like this. It can be better. Right? Well, a lot of you feel like things can be better. It can't, right? And nowadays, I know within minutes, worst case scenario, 1 to 2 hours, when this happens. Sometimes, you become aware right when it happens, and when you dip. And other times, your logical mind catches it, when 2 or 3 negative things happen, and that's what makes you aware that, oh my gosh, I'm in a different channel. I've dipped, right? And that's what typically happens. And to me, when everything flows is when I've chosen the highest vibration and energy for myself, right? To me, when I get in that space, I know exactly the techniques, exactly the tools to really catapult me, to teleport me from one low vibration to one higher vibration, from low to high, and things change. And the way I do that is through energy, right? And when I've chosen the highest vibration and energy for myself, miracles just happen several times a day. I don't even have to ask for it. It just shows up. It's just the way of life. Miracles, blessings, the things that you want materialize faster than you can even imagine. All the beautiful things happen, when you make that jump, right? And to me, one time, for example, it happened to my wife, Mandy, as well. One time, she was avoiding a conversation, with a friend, and dipped into fear, and glasses around her started breaking, right? And same thing, negative people showed up in her life. Bills were coming, triggers were coming, glasses were breaking, and she, for her, she asked for her signs to be more intense, right? And to be brought into her physical surrounding, so that it actually catches her attention. Because when these things happen, they're like fire alarms, they're warning signs, letting us know that, hey, you've dipped in vibration. All right, something has changed. Pay attention, right? And then same thing, she used some principles with, and that she did, and chose a higher frequency of self-love, and she was able to shift out of it, get on the call, speak her truth, get on the call she was avoiding. And while she was on the call, it was funny because money was coming in. She showed up in her account. She was getting blessed out of nowhere. She wasn't expecting it, but abundance found her without her even trying. Why is that? Because again, when you jump to the higher vibration, those things are already available. They're readily available in that vibration, right? And when you're there, it's flowing to you because that's what happens in that vibration, in that channel, okay? And sometimes when you're in the right frequency, what you desire the most just finds its way to you effortlessly before you can even intend for it to happen, okay? Now, let's dive a little bit deeper into energy and how and where it affects you, all right? You have the physical body, right? Everybody's got a physical body. It's why on Earth, that's what this is our vehicle we come in. And you also have the energetic body, and it's a complex system. Again, we're never taught this. I certainly wasn't. If you were, then you're lucky, because I never got the opportunity to learn this stuff, right? But when you learn your energetic body and how it works, it changes everything. It completely changes the game. All right, so the energetic system here, let's give you a little bit of a crash course. The energetic system is a vast and extremely complex system. Okay, here's some of the basic ones to remember for now. Physical organs. You have physical organs. We all have them. You also have energetic organs. I call them the chakras, energetic centers in the body. The chakras affect you more than you know. They affect your emotions, your mood, your experiences, your health, your well-being. What shows up in your life, what doesn't show up in your life. They're affected by your energetic organs, which are referred to as the chakras, right? Okay, and then physical toxins. There are physical toxins, but there are also energetic toxins, right? Energetic toxins can come internally or externally, right? But these are the things that affect us, throw us off, our peace, our calm, our center, our authenticity on a daily basis is energetic toxins. Then, like you have a physical skin, you also have an energetic skin. It's called the aura or the auric field, or scientists call it the bioenergetic field, right? Science has proven it, different terms, but it's the same concept. And depending on how sensitive you are, Okay, you're absorbing what your auric field, your energetic skin, comes in contact with, just like our skin would. Like, let's say you have your auric field, right, your energetic field, and it's 8 feet, 10 feet, like, wide or even longer, wider. Everyone that steps into that bubble, you'll feel. That's why people say you have this bubble. You've got this, like, this personal bubble. To me, personal bubble is another. And when someone steps into it, you're like, they've approached your space, or they're standing in your boundary or your space, because you can feel it. So personal bubble, to me, is another way of talking about your energetic bubble, your auric field, okay? Then we have physical senses, right? We have ability to see, smell, taste, touch, and hear, right? Physical senses. And when it comes to the energy, we also have the 8 spiritual and energetic senses. So anything that's happening physical, you can translate it to your energetic system, and that's one of the things, that's super important, because our energetic senses help us. They help us make sense and decipher the invisible world of energy that affects all of our lives, right? Helps us navigate that. Okay? And to me, when I work with so many people from all over the world, we have customers from 100+ different countries. We have almost 4 million students who follow us online. Our work, right? And one of the biggest pain and struggle that I've seen people experience is because they don't know how to take care of their energetic body. That's the root. That's the cause. That to me is where it boils down to. Okay? And just like you take care of your physical, mental, and emotional health, you need to take care of your energetic health. It is super important. It is a non-negotiable. Life drastically becomes better when you do this. All right? When you do this, how many people are in for this? You know the importance of this, and you're like, yes, I want to do this. If so, put it in the chats. Yes, I am ready to make my energy a priority. Put it in the chats. I am ready to make energy my priority. Because again, when we intend this, when we make it a priority, when we make it a must, when we make it something that we're paying attention to, the power of intention is real. It'll start working for you, but we have to say it first. We got to intend it, right? It gets things in motion, all right? Here's the thing. Every painful and traumatic experience you've ever had since you were a child, whether you know it or not, had a tremendous energetic imprint on you. And it's still affecting you and holding you back. Every single one, things that you remember, things that you don't remember. Every painful, the big traumas, the little traumas, things that you remember, things that you don't, things that are conscious, things that have been blocked out, whether you remember it or not, every single one affects you energetically. And guess where energy is stored? In your energetic body, right? All the answers are here. They're not outside of you. If you want to change what you experience out there, you want to change the love that you attract, the abundance, the finances, the well-being, feeling good, the energy, the people. If you want to change what you attract, all the answers, all the opportunities are right here, because if anything's holding us back, it's energy, right? Energy from things that we've experienced that are holding us back. It's kind of like thinking about, if you think about your hands and you put your hands on the mirror and you see those thumbprints, next thing you know, if you do that all the time, next thing you can't even see the mirror because there's all these imprints in there, making it hard for you to even see yourself. And what ends up happening is with all this energy blocks that we absorb through life, like, we can't see, we can't see clearly, we can't feel clearly, we lose touch with who we are, we're jaded by it. We're confused, we lose connection to our power, and it affects us in all areas of life, okay? And here's, when you have energy stuck in your energetic system, it's a lot of problems that it comes with, a lot of problems. To me, your problems will keep recurring over and over again, and you won't be able to move forward regardless of how hard you try if you have energy blocks in your system. How many of you guys have had this? Because for me, drove me crazy for the longest time. You keep trying. You try harder. You try. It's not from lack of trying. You try hard. You try long. But no matter how hard you try, you simply can't break through. It simply is not working the way you want it to work. It's just not clicking. Something is stopping. Something's missing. You just don't know what it is. Right? That happens. Right? Here's how it happens to me. Let me explain the the process of how this works. When a painful experience happens, whether you're aware of it or not, the energy from that event, from that experience, initially gets stored in your energetic body. It gets stored in your energetic body. Okay? Then, the initial energy that was stored in your body from these painful experiences eventually turn into what I call energetic patterns. Because when things happen long enough, consistent enough, they become patterns, right? Patterns are a little bit harder to break. Not impossible, but takes conscious effort. You need to know what to do, right? And I've helped a lot of people do it. I've done it. It's just that if you don't know that you're stuck in a pattern, you just keep going until you become aware that you're in a pattern and you have the tools to break it quickly, right? Then, to me, these energetic patterns keep you stuck, and they cause you to keep experiencing the same problem over and over and over again. So if you are in a place right now where you are like me, decades ago, to where I was like, why does this keep happening, right? One toxic, draining, negative friend after another, and when you remove them, they just get replaced by another one. It's kind of like same problem, different day, right? It's like different phases of life. It's the same problem that just keeps following you over and over and over again, and you're like, what is this, right? What is this? And unless you're able to remove the deeply rooted energetic blocks that are stuck in your body, sometimes on a deep cellular level, you will be stuck where you are, and you won't be able to fully move forward, right? That's the thing. You just have, once it's removed, life changes. Because when it's there, it's like driving your car with the emergency brakes on. You go nowhere fast. Right? It's what happens when you have blocks. It's just very difficult to move forward. It's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back kind of thing. Okay? Energy can get trapped. So what happens? Right? It can get trapped in your auric field, your energetic skin from day-to-day living, in your chakras, energy centers from your own pain or from trauma others inflict on you. It can be in your actual organs when it gets deeper, from internal and external sources. When blocks get deeper for a long period of time unaddressed, it can affect your physical body, your actual organs, your muscles, tissues, your organs, your physical body. The invisible becomes visible. The energetic becomes physical. It affects you physically. It starts happening, right? And people, they've studied this. They've talked about psychosomatic illness, right? Where it starts with the mind and then affects your body, created by the mind. But what they're not factoring in is the mind creates so much energy, then that energy what gets trapped in the body, and over a long period of time, that's what affects the physical body, is the energy produced by the mind. It's still energy, okay? And then, energetic timelines, like karmic stuff, a little bit more advanced, I'll throw it in here, okay? And it can be in your DNA and cellular level. Long enough, it's DNA and cellular level unaddressed, and that's how things get passed on from ancestors, from generation to generation. Generational trauma becomes a thing because energy blocks are trapped so deep in the DNA level that it gets passed on, and next thing you know, whatever you didn't even create, somebody else created, is now affecting you, and you're living it, and you're experiencing the same limitations and problems and struggles and suffering of people that have come before you, because now it's an energetic pattern passed on from generation to generation. Now, the beautiful thing about it is if patterns can be created, patterns can be broken. Right? So if you're a type like Oliver, I'm experiencing things that are holding me back. And I'm curious, how many of y'all put it in the chats? How many of y'all feel what's holding you back isn't something you even created? It's a generational pattern. Like, your parents had it, your grandparents had it. It's something that's like the story, of your family. And now you have it, right? And here's the cool thing about that is if you're aware of it, it's probably because you're meant to break that pattern once and for all so you can become free of it. And it doesn't get passed on, right? It doesn't get passed on to the next generation. You stop, it stops, it ends with you. Right? And that's a lot of times when people are watching this stuff, when you're hearing about this stuff, it's not because all these things are meant to make you feel down and disempowered. No, all these things are to empower you so you can do something about it, because we can do something about it. Right? It's not just here to be like, oh, Oliver's sharing stuff that I don't have control. No. when you master energy, you affect all these different things in your life. Okay? So, my fancy graphics over here, so you can tell. Let's use the chakra systems as an example. To me, the chakras, it's one of the hidden energetic systems that flows within our bodies and affects everything in our lives, from career to relationship to inner peace, the chakras. Okay? And your crown chakra over here has to do, for example, with spirituality, with intuition, with purpose work. So if you're having issues in that area, there's most likely energetic toxins and blocks in your crown chakra. Right? And as I'm saying this, if you guys have blocks and you feel like that's the thing that's stopping you, and some of you will feel it, some of you will just know, it will just come to you, or you'll just know, Oliver, that's me, put it in the chats. Right? Because I do want to know, like, it's good to practice. Once we're able to have awareness of what's blocked, it's a huge step to healing it and clearing it. So if your crown chakra is blocked, put it in the chats. You feel like it's blocked, or you got, this kind of, just knowing that it's blocked, put it in the chats. Okay? Third eye is another one. Third eye is here, right? It has to do with absorbing other people's energies, right? And you're empathic, you're sensitive, you're absorbing everything. And it also has to do to be able to tune in with the energetic world, right? So if you're sensitive to other people's energies, right? Then, or you're having a hard time visualizing things, right? You're easily affected. You're having a hard time, or you got like negative dreams and just things that are, that you're too sensitive with, that is just reoccurring in your life. Chances are, there's toxins and blocks in your third eye chakra. And if you have a blocked third eye, blocked, one, put it in the chats. Okay? Then you have your throat chakra. Throat, to me, has to do with speaking your truth, confidence, and communication. So if you are having communication issues, to me, having a hard time speaking your truth, being yourself, expressing yourself, chances are there's most likely energy toxins and blocks in your throat chakra. Okay? Throat's another one. I'll give you a bonus here. Ear chakras, right? Ears. Because people don't notice. A lot of times, we're affected by sound more than we know. Right? So if you have negative self-talks that are spiraling in your head, I'm not good enough, I always mess things up, I'm never going to make it, like, and I'm bad, whatever. Those aren't yours. You weren't born with those thoughts. Someone said something, or someone shared their beliefs, or someone told you something, and it got stuck in your ears, because your ear chakras, which you can't Google, nobody talks about this stuff, one of the secret chakras, the hidden ones. Your ears absorb that energy, and when it's not cleared, it turns into self-talk, debilitating self-talk that holds you back. You're just internally feeling like you have a negative self-talk or self-image. How many of you guys have that? Self-talk, self-image, negativity, just on loop, ruminating. Put it in the chats. Okay, sometimes it's ears, right? Big one. And a secret one as well. Nobody talks about it. Okay? Then you have your heart chakra. When it's blocked, right, you have a hard time giving or receiving love. It has to do with love and self-love. If you have a hard time loving yourself, doing self-care, or you keep attracting toxic, negative people, right, in your life, friends or significant others who drain you of your energy, who are closed off, who are narcissistic, who take, then most likely there's blocks, energetic toxins and blocks in your heart chakra that's putting you in a vibration and channel to where that's all that's available to you. Okay? And if that's you, put in the chats. Heart chakra is your block. Then you have your solar plexus, your power center. Okay, it has to do with wisdom, self-esteem, self-worth, personal power. If you have a hard time standing up for yourself, taking up space, being fully you, standing in your power, okay? They're most likely energetic toxins and blocks in your solar plexus. A lot of times as well, when you love helping other people, you unconsciously give your power away to them. Fuel them. And at the end of the day, you're tired. Your adrenals are shot because you've given all that you've got, and you're drained, and there's nothing left for you. Hard for you to manifest. Physical conditions happen, all that stuff, because you've given all that energy that you can use to fuel your body, to heal yourself, to create in your life. It's given to other people, affects your power center, and you're left with nothing. And if solar plexus and power center is one of the things that affect you, put it in the chats. Okay? Then you have your sacral chakra. It's right over here, sacral. Has to do with sexuality, creativity, and going after your desires. If you have issues with intimacy in your sex life, sexuality, you experience, sexual trauma, right? It all gets stuck in here, right? It's stuck in here. If you have problems going, after what you desire, unapologetically, what you want to create in life, right? Some people have that. They have this dream, this goal, what they want to create in life, and they have a hard time owning their desires, going after it, having clarity, fueling it, because most likely there's energetic toxins and blocks in their sacral chakra. If you have that, put it in the chats, right? And then there's the root chakra. The root here, base of the spine, has to do with career, with purpose, with safety, with feeling grounded and material abundance. So if you have issues with money or abundance or being grounded, right, or staying grounded, then there's most likely energetic toxins and blocks in your root chakra. Root's very, very powerful, right? Put it down there if root is your block. I wanted to go over this stuff because, again, it's important, because once you know what's blocked, here's again, if it can be blocked, it can be what? Unblocked, right? So I'm not saying things that are just like, oh, here's what it is, nothing you can do about it. No, here's what it is, and you can absolutely change it, okay? Just like your physical body needs to detox and eliminate waste, so does your energetic body. But the problem is most people don't know how. You don't know how. You don't know where to even begin because you weren't taught that. That's why it's not your fault. It is not your fault because no one ever taught you this. What I'm saying is that it doesn't have to be this way moving forward. There is a better way. You just have to consciously choose to master your energy, to make it a priority, to learn the skills and tools that will forever change your life. Because things can change, but you got to will it to change. You got to want it to change. You got to decide it's going to change. You're going to decide that today is the day where everything changes for you because you're going to finally master energy, right? No one else is going to do it for you. You're going to have to do it. It's your power. It's your power that you're claiming back, okay? So what ends up happening is people just sit with negative and toxic energy most, if not all of their lives. They never really experience true happiness, abundance, or the depth of amazingness that life has to offer because they just think this is what life is. This is what life has been for me. This is what life has been for people that I see. This is what life has been like for my family members. No one's been able to break through. I've tried. Nothing has happened, and therefore this is what life is. It's true. It's what life is on that vibration. But that's not all the vibrations that are available to you. It's just that you weren't aware of it until today. It gets better. There's more. There's a next chapter to this. Okay? And it doesn't have to be this way. That's the beauty of all this stuff. It doesn't have to be. In a world of multiple possibilities, right? There's a possibility, there's a reality, there's a version of you right now that has it all and doesn't have to sacrifice. You have all the things that you want, okay? All of them without any sacrifices, okay? So again, my name's Oliver Niño, Spiritual Activator, right? That's me with my amazing family over here. Yeah, and again, like, I just wanted you to see it. I'm a real person. To me, it's like I consider myself an average person who just learned how to master energy. And because I've been able to do that, I live a pretty cool life. A life I could never even dream about in the past because I just didn't know it was possible. Right? With amazing wife, we do purpose work together, amazing kids that I'm blessed to have. They're my why, they're my reason why, I've done a lot of the scary things in my life because I wanted to do it for my kids. I knew that generational trauma affected me so much, things that were passed on, to me from my dad's side, mom's side, all that stuff. And to me, I'm like, I don't want my kids to ever have to experience the pain I had to live through. I don't want them to know that. So I'm going to heal it within myself so I don't have to pass it on to them, right? And everybody's got to have a why. I have my why. To me, my why earlier on until now is family and kids. Because I wouldn't do it for myself earlier on. You know, I could handle pain. You know, I thought doing it for myself was too selfish, so I wouldn't do it for me. But I would do it for others, right? And your why is super important, right? Right now, what is your why? Because your why is going to fuel you. Put it in your chats. What's driving you right now to make this change? Because something drove you to this webinar. You just land here just for fun. There's something in your life that you want to fix. You want to heal. You want things to be better. But you got to know why. What's driving you? Why and why now? What's your why? What's your fuel? What's driving you? And why is now the time for it to fix? Because if you can't answer those two, it's going to be hard. You know, it's going to be hard to break the patterns that hold you back. You need to have a strong enough fuel, strong enough why, a strong enough reason to why now. And today is the day where everything changes for you. Okay? Now, I'm about to show you the 8 spiritual senses along with my 4-step healing and mastery process when it comes to energy, when it comes to removing the things that are holding you back. I'm about to show you that. Okay? So you can finally start living a life of abundance, happiness, success, freedom in all areas of life. That's waiting for you. It's there. It's waiting for you. Okay? And here, here's my 4 steps to mastering your energy. Okay? And this is super important. Number 1 is protecting your energy. Because right now, you got to stop the bleeding. If other people are affecting you, energetic toxins externally, if you don't do anything with that, it's going to affect your life to where you're going to be in fight or flight or a place of panic and fear and anxiety because there's so many things overwhelming you on a day-to-day basis, and you never get out of the energetic rat race. You are just stuck there, right? So one of the main tools to learn is how to protect your energy. Okay, so nothing else can come. Now, that's just protection. The next important thing to master is how to clear your energy, because the reality is there's things that have happened from childhood till now that are already affecting you, right? So when you put the protection on, nothing new can affect you, right? When you learn how to protect your energy. When you clear your energy, you're removing the deeply rooted blocks that are energetic blocks that have affected you all this time that you might not even be aware of, but you're able to remove them. Okay? And the third step here is to raise your vibration, because guess what? When you raise your vibration, and here's the thing, they go hand in hand. When you protect your energy, when you clear your energy, you're releasing all the blocks. It's easier to raise your vibration. It's easier to change that channel, to go on another channel, because what's holding you back at times from experiencing that vibration and that channel that has everything that you want is you have blocks that make it impossible for you to get there, right? But when you release those blocks, it's easier to elevate there, right? And lastly is discovering your spiritual gifts, your spiritual senses, your spiritual gifts, because your spiritual gifts and your spiritual senses, we were born with this. These are the gifts that we came on earth with, that we're equipped with. And with them, life becomes easy. The world becomes our playground. Creation, manifestation is effortless. Healing is automatic, right? But a lot of times we're blocked from that as well because life has happened. So this is the 4 steps. And when I look at my last, close to 20 years of doing this, these 4 skills, these 4 areas, to me, these 4 steps, when I master them, it's changed my entire life. Can't even begin to tell you. One of this alone will change your life. All 4 of them, it's going to happen, and it's going to happen fast, and you're not going to believe how fast it happens, and just life just gets better in the most unexplainable of ways, right? And so it's like, well, I can't wait for you to experience that, because to me, it's like there's no words. It's just like, it's just something that when you're there, you're like, okay, it's a pinch me moment. You can't believe you're there, right? When you master these 4 steps, then your energy will be clear on a consistent basis, and your day-to-day quality of life will be so much better. The joy, the love, the abundance, the purpose, the happiness, the bliss, the peace, the zen, whatever it is you want to experience that you're not experiencing enough or at all, it becomes the daily reality for you. How many of you all want that, right? How many of you want that? And for some of you, you might be like, Oliver, yes, I love this. Some of you guys, Oliver, I know it's been too painful wanting this for too long. And that's why if you've never heard of the path of energy to get you there, then, you'll be surprised, because it's the path that will finally get you there. To me, energy is the one thing that's worked when everything else has failed for me. It's the one thing that got me there when every single path was slow or didn't work at all. Right? So if you never tried to master energy, this is it. This is the vehicle that will for sure finally get you there. Okay? Next, most important thing is your 8 psychic or spiritual senses. Now, before I reveal that, let me share with you my quick story a little bit so that you know how this all came about. So you have some context, because context is important. I want you to know that I'm not just here sharing something that I've read. To me, everything that you're learning is from my own personal experience. Blood, sweat, and tears, right? Lots of time. I had to do the work. I had to face a lot of fears. I had to make a lot of mistakes. Spend a lot of money just to learn what I'm about to share with you. My pain is your gain, right? Because you don't have to do it as long as I did or experience the things that I've experienced, just to get here. I want to give it to you right here on a silver, golden, energetic platter for y'all. Okay? Now, one thing for sure is most of you probably have never heard of me. Maybe, yeah, you've seen my ads and all those things, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you've seen that. But before that, you probably never heard of me, right? And to me, it was designed that way. For the longest time, I was in the shadows, doing things behind the scenes, right? I was afraid to shine my light, so I was just doing this very secretively. I had a double life, right? Up until now, and actually now I'm still I'm still, to me, shining my light brighter and brighter. But several years ago, it's really when this kind of started, and now it's in a way just launching, right? But I've been underground, away from the public eye and public attention. Okay? For over a decade, people from all over the world secretly referred to me as the spiritual activator. It's secret. People just there's this guy, his name's Spiritual Activator, and that's how it was for the longest time. Okay? My name being passed around almost through whispers. In elite circles, in family settings, friends talk about it, it's all over. Because I met people strictly through word of mouth and referrals for the longest time, to where it was just a conversation, almost like a "do you know, have you heard" kind of thing, right? And quite frankly, I enjoyed being behind the scenes back then, because back then I still had blocks as well. I was afraid to be seen, to shine my light, to do what I'm doing now. To me, it's oof, could have never even imagined it back then, right? And behind the scenes of my day, back in the day, because I roll up my sleeves and I put the work in, and I'm done close to, if not over 40,000, sessions with people, right? Whether it's individuals or recurring sessions, over 40,000 energy healing sessions, right? So to me, I've seen it all. I've seen it all. Human beings, we're creatures of habit. So patterns are patterns, right? So for example, when a CEO, right, of a billion-dollar company, big company, right, who you probably know of if I showed you a picture, but I'm pretty private with who I help at times. Who's selling, when a CEO who's part of a billion-dollar company faces challenges in the stock, I'm the one that gets the call. I'm on a speed dial, right? I get the call, find the energetic block, and I help them with them. Okay? When a celebrity is going through a meltdown and their face is all in the tabloids because of a breakup, lawsuit, or a miscarriage, right? Or they can't seem to attract the right kind of partner, or they're not feeling well, whatever. I get the call. They're texting me, I'm calling them. They know my number, friends with them, I get a call, right? I address it. I help them at the court. When nothing else works, they come to me because energy works, right? When a husband is about to literally, trigger warning, pull the trigger and then end his life, I get a call from the wife to intervene, to come help, right? I get the call. I get the hard call, okay? Well, I didn't put in here because I didn't want to put in text. When world leaders are presidential families are having a hard time, they fly to me, right? They fly here. I help them. Like we got, like, I don't discriminate. It doesn't matter what someone's political party is. I help all of them equally, because to me, if I can be of service for people, that can help and change and impact the nation, the world, I'm there. To me, that's my purpose. Is I want to be able to impact, billions of people. So I help people who, are the day-to-day folks, and I help people at the highest levels of fame and power, because all of them, when they get it right, they affect millions of people, right? I get the call, I get a text. They fly in here, they stay in here, in our retreat center, filled with Secret Service agents for a week or two, and I'm helping them. I'm here, right? It never gets published online because it's, again, private about all this stuff, okay? When a woman who has been on a dozen of different medications for years and has debilitating panic attacks, just going to the grocery, I get the call to fix it. Someone has chronic conditions and they tried doctors and different, methods, and there's no answer. I get the call to fix it in the past. I'm the one that does that, okay? When a child is extra sensitive to energy and is displaying, behavioral issues at school, I know it's a spiritual gift. I know what it is. I get the call to help understand, cultivate, help them get under control, help smoothen it out. I get that call. Okay? And to me, this is my foundation. Earlier on, I don't do a lot of one-on-ones at all anymore. But back in the day, this was my foundation. This is how I know the things that that I'm teaching you work, because I've put it to use in some of the most intense and impossible situations. And when nothing else worked, energy was the only thing that worked when everything else failed. It's how I know. It's why I'm so confident about this stuff. Okay? And my day back then was always exciting. I got to meet different people. It was always challenging. And I got to help people from all walks of life. Right? And I did it, and it was fulfilling. It was amazing. It was like, whoa, I loved it. Right? And you might be thinking, but Oliver, this seems like it's straight out of the movie. Maybe you just got lucky, right? That's not the case for most of us. And the thing is, I don't share this with a lot of people. Maybe I should start, sharing it more. But my life has been colored with a lot of darkness and a lot of struggles, right? That's to me, what seems like amazing, lots of pain that I had to grow through. And when nothing else worked, energy was the only thing that got me through it. It's not all unicorns and rainbows for me. It's far from it. The reason why I'm able to stand in the fire with people when they're in pain, and I'm not afraid to get burned, right? I'm not afraid of the darkness, because I've been there. I've lived there for a long time with no way out, with losing myself, with looking at the mirror and not recognizing who I am and feeling a shell of a human being, right? I've been in the darkest and deepest despairs, of the dark night of the soul. And when nothing worked, energy healing was the only thing that worked. And that's why I can speak to you from this space, because I'm not afraid of the darkness that you may be in. I've been there. I've lived there. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to have no hope. And I know what it's like to break through. And I know what it's like to have abundance and happiness be the only way of life moving forward. You know what it's like? I know the difference. I know the polarity. I know the duality of it. All right? Like there was a time, for example, just to kind of go over, because you've seen the things that I've accomplished, but what about the things that caused me pain? Like the time where my business partners ran with my business and all my clients and most of my employees. Like literally, I went on a vacation thinking like, I can finally take a vacation after years of building this business, people that I trust, people that I've opened my home and my family to, and next thing you know, when I come back, they've stolen the business, and tarnished my reputation, pulling the rug from underneath my feet, leaving me to deal, with all the mess, all the customers that were angry, with no resources. Yeah, I got the brunt of it. Customers hated me, and because of that, I remember I was like, you know what? People suck. The world's out there to get you. You can't trust anybody. I opened my heart, and I have to close it again. I had a cocoon. It spiraled me into one of my darkest times in my life. That Gosh, had it not been for energy healing, I probably wouldn't have made it through the period of time. Okay, and I've had it. I've had, you know, businesses fail. You know, cars getting repossessed 4 different times. You're coming out of the grocery and like, oh, where's my car, right? You know, bank accounts, you know, to where there's like I went negative. You know, like literally, like, you know, you're like, okay, there's no money in there. Like I'm there and I have no fuel in my car, and I'm like less than $10 in my account, but I need fuel to get home. Then I just run it, and you know, and it goes negative because I'm like, that's it, right? And I've had multiple times to where, you know, cars get repossessed, bank account went under, you know, and to me, you know, ended up with bank accounts actually closing my account down because it withdrew so many times throughout a period of time, like leading me to file bankruptcy, you know, and years of darkness and depression, right? Throw a divorce into the mix of it all as well. I've been there. I've been in the depths of darkness, the rock bottoms, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, health-wise, love-wise, soul-wise. I've been there. I'm not afraid of it. Okay? Good thing energy healing was a part of my life then, because it's the one thing that broke me through all those patterns when nothing else did. Right? Back then, relationships that were toxic to my soul. Super toxic. Couldn't break through it. Energy healing saved my life. But worse, I shut down from the world. Turned off my light and my love. My essence, who I was. Turned it down. I dimmed it because of the pain of the world. That's why I know what it's like. Right? I can go on and on and on, but hopefully you get a little bit of picture. I want to share this with you because I want you to know I'm doing what I'm doing now because I felt the depths and darkness of pain, and I wouldn't wish it on anybody. And when I found a way to break through and heal myself through energy healing, I thought to myself, everyone who's in pain needs to know this, because if even just one soul could skip unnecessary pain and suffering, then my journey is worth it. My pain was didn't have to be for nothing. It could be for a higher purpose, right? And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now, because I'm like, gosh, maybe I was put on earth because the same darkness that I experience is the same pain I'm here to help heal for humanity. And that's why I'm doing what I am doing today. That's what drives me. That's what keeps me up at night, and that's what fuels me in the morning. That recognition of what you're going through. Okay? And to me, it was one of the darkest times of my life. That was how I looked at back then. It was literally the darkest times of my life. I just wanted to hide under the covers and disappear. If I didn't wake up the next day, I wouldn't have cared. I mean, I wasn't going to act on it, but I just didn't care. I was like, okay, if for some reason this is the last day, all right, just didn't care. Okay? And the truth is, energy healing, mastering my energy, the 8 spiritual senses, right, that you're about to learn, and the 4 healing steps saved my life. It's the only thing that worked. Working on it mentally, working on it emotionally, doing inner child work, doing limiting beliefs, doing meditations, doing breath work, doing whatever you can think of and try, didn't work. Didn't work. Energy healing saved my life. It was the one thing that worked when nothing else worked. That's why I made it my life's mission to spread energy far and wide. Because I know there are people out there, maybe like you, or like me in the past, to where you tried everything and nothing has worked, and you're looking for something and you just want something to work. Maybe you're in your last straw and you're like, oh, this is the last thing I want to do, and hopefully this works. No, you come to the right place. Okay? Because everything is energy, and when everything in life produces energy, that means when you work on energy, you affect everything in life. There are no blind spots. There's no stone left unturned. You affect every single thing in life, because everything is energy. Right? And to me, it gave me a second chance to start over. It's a start over button in life, if you will. And to me, here's how it started. It's a fun short story here. It started with the words, you have something special inside of you. Somebody told me that. You have something special. I'll never forget those words. Flashback to the early 2000s. You know, I don't know how she found me, but she did. You know, she was a psychic to the stars in Hollywood. Countless A-list celebrities used her for readings and spiritual advice. And I was with her sitting down in the coffee shop, looks at me, right? And there was a long pause, you know, what felt like years of awkward silence. There's a long pause. And she looked at me and said, you have something special inside of you. You're going to change millions of lives. You need to go to Sedona as soon as you can. Sedona has the key. And to me, I was like, me? Changing lives? I don't even have it together. How am I going to do that? Right? That's my internal talk. But something inside of me felt what she said had a ring of truth to it. And how many of you guys have had that? When you hear truth, you just know it's true. Put it in the chats. How many of you guys, when somebody tells you the truth, or truth, you know, is experienced, whether you see it, you hear it, you just know, that's truth. It kind of registers, it kind of hits. You don't know how you know, but there's just this resonance of, that's the truth. There's some truth to that, right? So even if my mind was so doubtful, my body, my essence, my soul knew, that's truth. I can't deny it. Even if I want to, I can't. There's truth to it. Okay? A few weeks later, I found myself in Sedona. That's the one thing. Here's the one thing. No matter how stubborn my mind is, one thing I did right is I was a fast, and I still am, a fast action taker. Whenever I'm presented something to do, I jump on it right there and then. Right? Like I said, remember my earlier chart, decisions shape destiny? My friend Tony Robbins, who I've helped, says the exact same thing. Decisions shape destiny. Decisions change your life. The I do, I'm done. Yes, no, I'm forgiving them. I'm holding on to it. I'm going to stand up, speak my truth. I'm going to be invisible. All these decisions change your life. So to me, the one thing I got going for me since I was a kid is I was not afraid to take action and do it fast, even if I was scared, even if my mind was skeptical, even when things were against me, I was not afraid because action got me results. So next thing you know, I'm in Sedona, and what happened next changed my life forever. Okay? That is me meditating on top of Cathedral Rock Vortex in Sedona. I'm afraid of heights. If you could see my view from here, it's a straight hundreds of feet down drop. Okay? I was there. I was meditating on top of a vortex. It's really me in the picture above. Okay? And that moment changed my entire life. Completely. Completely changed my life. Okay? What is a vortex, you might be asking? Oliver, what's a vortex? Okay. A vortex is a powerful and transformational energy center. They are the intersections of natural electromagnetic earth energy, also known as ley lines. And they have a lot of them in sacred sites like Sedona, Arizona, and sacred sites where we actually live. Our studio right here in Colorado is on a sacred site. Right? So Sedona has it. Our studio here has it. We live in a sacred site. It's just amazing, okay? And to me, I was there, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I started getting these images in my head, flashing very, very quickly, while my eyes were closed. I couldn't make sense of it back then, okay? Pyramids, spheres, spirals, all these symbols, all these things, I didn't know what it was, and it was just like, it was really, really, really fast. I thought I was losing it. I thought I was losing it, okay? And sacred geometry symbols and shapes that I've never seen before. I've never seen in my life just started flooding into me like they were being downloaded, right? And to me, another point, sacred geometry, right? You want to write this word down. This to me is one of the secret languages of energy. Okay, this to me was my big breakthrough. Beyond energy, and I was exposed to sacred geometry. Okay? Write it down. Sacred geometry. Sacred geometry can be found everywhere. It's around you, it's inside of you, and it's even been called the language of God. It's the language of creation, it's the language of the universe, it's the language of everything. Sacred geometry. Energy has it. Okay, so a little bit more on that, a little bit of quick crash course on that. Like from the spirals of the double helix DNA in your body, sacred geometry, okay, to the hemoglobin in our blood that is shaped as an octahedron, 2 pyramids back to back, okay, to the great pyramids in Egypt and in southern America, all right, to the crop circles in Europe, to the designs of religious structures such as churches, mosques, and temples, right? And even the spiral that you see in nature, right? Whether it's in galaxies in our universe, to spirals and seashells, to different. All you have to do is Google sacred geometry in nature. You're going to see it everywhere. Sacred geometry is everywhere. It's the language of creation, right? Throwing a lot of things at you: energy, vibration, sacred geometry, because I want to tie things together. My goal is like, by the end of this presentation, you're knowing so much about, the invisible thing as energy, so-called energy, and the things affect it, like sacred geometry, right? So you're equipped with the knowledge that I never had growing up. Super important. Okay, sacred geometry is everywhere. It is everywhere. It's inside of you, and it's also everywhere around you. And since it's a major part of all living things and a big part of creation, it's also been called the language of God. Okay, but there's more, right? Sacred geometry is more than just shapes. In fact, you'd be surprised to learn that sacred geometry is the key to activating your own intuition, your spiritual senses, your own gifts, and to unlocking healing on the deepest level, a completely different level. It's quick, it's deep, right? It's long-lasting, and it's only one that you can unlock through sacred geometry. Okay, so more on sacred geometry over here. There are many forms of sacred geometry out there. One of my favorite is the pyramid structure. Pyramids, one of my favorites. A lot. I'm teaching under a pyramid. You can't really see it here, but I'm under a pyramid. Okay, so in ancient times, pyramids were used for preservation. They were used to dehydrate and mummify things without decay or mold growing, right? Nowadays, pyramids are used for much more. For example, a researcher named Bill Carroll wrote a book. Check it out on Amazon. Bill Carroll. He experimented with pyramids for about 17 years. He did a lot of experiments using brine shrimp. Brine shrimp usually lives for 6 to 7 weeks, but under pyramids, Bill kept them alive for over a year. He also noticed that pyramid-grown shrimp grew 2 to 3 times larger than normal. Crazy, huh? Just a pyramid, sacred geometry. Okay, there's more. I read an article about a Canadian hospital, that tried using a pyramid in their burn ward unit. And the results were that after being under the pyramid for a few minutes, the patient's pain started to reduce. They've also found that the burn areas healed much faster, right? Crazy. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. When it comes to what sacred geometry can do, it's a lot that we know, a lot that we have yet to explore, right? Little did I know, sacred geometry would do the unthinkable to me, right? Something happened to me that day when I was in that vortex picture that you saw. Something happened, something changed me. Next thing you know, I started seeing people's energy fields, seeing it or feeling it. Like seeing it and feeling it. It was interchangeable. I could see it, I could feel it. I'm like, what's going on, right? I would all of a sudden know things before they even happened, predictably and consistently. I would just know it. It would just come to me. It was just a knowing. No one ever told me stuff. It just came, right? If someone were going through something difficult, I knew it because I felt everything they felt from their energetic field. It's almost like I could sense their energetic system and I could read it. And I didn't have that skill before then. I could look at their bodies and just knew where the energy blocks are. I know what caused them. I would see the patterns. I know what caused them pain. I know what would cause recurring pain in their life. I know why it was stuck, where. I just knew all this stuff. I was like, don't know how. After that event, I started coming to me. Okay? And it's almost like I could also see and access their karma and all the energy blocks, and I would see things that affected their lives that they had no idea it was affecting them or how long it was affecting them. Okay? And to me, it was life-changing, because all the negative energy that's trapped in organs, energetic field, aura, chakras, cellular level, and more, I could just tap in. I just knew it. Okay? And for some weird reason, I just knew how to fix it all. Not only did I know where they were, I just had this drive, this calling to fix it, and I thought I was crazy to just making it up until I did it on myself and others, and it worked. Right? And I was like, okay, I'm not going to question it anymore. After a few times that you've done it, you're like, okay, I guess there's something to it. Right? And over time, you're like, all right, there's something bigger and higher here. And even though there's no explanation logically, I'm just going to go with the results that I'm seeing. Okay? And I had information to me during that vortex experience that was downloaded in me that I didn't have before. And I was able to do things that I've never done before either. Okay? I felt like Neo straight out from the Matrix. I'm like, this is crazy, but wow at the same time. Okay? So first, I started working on myself, removing all the energy blocks I saw within me, and boy, did it change my life quickly, right? That led eventually, I followed that path down, and that led to me launching a book down the road about all that stuff, right? Spiritual Activator. And my businesses back then, because I wasn't, back then I was like, to me, my background's always been entrepreneurship, so my business income skyrocketed back then without me having to do, anything, it just happened. They just jumped dramatically. And back then, those businesses had nothing to do with energy work, but me doing energy work on myself helped my businesses out of the blue, right? And led me to writing this book, Spiritual Activator. Goes over my experience, right? And next thing you know, I started getting featured for my success. It started blowing up. I'm in magazine covers, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. I never would have imagined being here. If you asked me 20 years ago, what would you want to do with your life? I wouldn't tell you this. To me, this is a surprise. I could have never predicted it, but it happened. I guess that's what happens when you shine your light, right? And you're out there helping people. Like stuff like this happens, right? I even manifested into my life the love of my life. Mandy, we're Mandy, and we're married now. We have beautiful kids, doing purpose work together, and it's just been a blast. Okay? And one of my favorite things is we started a philanthropic initiative several years ago to spread love and light. And we've self-funded over 60 initiatives, right? No investors, our own money, our own tithing into funding initiatives that can make a difference, because we're big in helping people energetically, mentally, emotionally, but also when we can, we want to help people who need it, right? So when people do our programs, they don't notice because we should probably talk about it more. But a good portion of the profits go into initiatives that make a difference. Okay, and now that I'm on the end of that tunnel. Remember I was in that dark place. I know there was no way out, and then I've been at the end of that tunnel, and I'm beyond it, and I'm on the other side looking. I can see the difference. I can go back into that tunnel and bring people out and back and bring them out because I know what's on the other side. Okay, the least that I can do is pay it forward, and share the same sacred knowledge I've been blessed with you, to take you out of where you are right now and quickly put you into the life that you want to be. Right? To me, I feel that obligation, which is also my purpose. It's my not only obligation, my responsibility, I feel, deep in my heart, deep in my soul, to wake as many people up and take them from the darkness and bring them to the light. To me, that's why I feel, or one of the many reasons why I was put on this planet, to do that, to do what I'm doing today. Okay? So let's talk about the 8 psychic senses, the spiritual senses, and why they are important. Here's why. Our 5 senses, sight, hear, taste, smell, and touch, help us make sense of the physical world we live in, right? And our 8 psychic senses, the spiritual senses, help us make sense of the energetic world we live in as well. Both are important to master, right? It's our guiding force, our GPS system, and it's our intuition. It's super, super, super important. This will explain why, to me, you've experienced the things you've experienced in life, and it will give you an insight on who you truly are at the core. Let's get to it. Who's excited? The 8 psychic senses, the 8 spiritual senses, right? Super, super important. Wish I knew this, right? Let me know which one you think you have. As I go through this, put in the chats which one you have, which one you've experienced, which one you think you have. Okay? So here's the thing. Sometimes it's just not you. It's just not you. And I'm going to go over this. It's going to make sense. So today I'm also going to go over the 8 psychic senses, how they work. Okay? And this really is important because it's important to understand your spiritual nature. Okay? And also your unconscious intuitive abilities. A lot of times, a lot of problems come when you don't know why you're feeling the way you're feeling, and why you're thinking the way you're thinking, right? Like you end up working on healing and shifting limiting beliefs and emotions that aren't even yours, right? It's something that other people are experiencing, but you're feeling it like it's yours through your psychic senses. So when you understand that, it changes everything. Okay? Because the thing is, when you don't know it's yours, or you don't know it's other people's, you just think it's yours, next thing you know, you beat yourself up for feeling all these, these things, these emotions that are someone else's, so all these thoughts that are dark or painful or hold you back. You don't know why you're experiencing it, and you beat yourself up. Then you realize that's not really your feeling or your thoughts, but someone else's, and it becomes extremely empowering because you realize it's not mine. If it's not mine, I don't have to take it on, or I can release it, right? So number 1 is claircognizance here, the first one, okay? And claircognizance is clear knowing. That's the first psychic sense. And this is something that a lot of people have, and I have it as well. And the way it works is you just know stuff without having any external information. You weren't given facts. You weren't given visual cues, or any feedback. You just know. And the frustrating thing is that it's right most of the time, right? It's right most of the time when you're connected and it's not coming from ego and programming. You're right. You are right. You don't know how you're right. You don't know how you know. You just know, right? And it can be frustrating because you can't prove it. You don't know how you know. People ask you, how do you know? You just know. And you can't quantify or explain how you know, but you know, right? And let me know if that's you in the chats, by the way, claircognizance, right? And by the way, you can have a mixture of these different psychic senses I'm about to share, not just one. You can have a mixture of it, right? You can have a mixture of each, and that's why it makes it so unique. When people go into my other programs like Geo Love Healing, I actually have a energy healing certification program. It's right now it's closed to the public, right? It's a waitlist only model, right? And when people go there, we have activation workshops, right? We go through the room and discover people's unique spiritual gifts, the combinations, and they get activated and they're able to use it, And there's no one size fits all. People have different combinations of gifts that I have. What I've learned, people are unique. It's like your spiritual gifts are like your actual print, right? It's very unique, and even if you're twins, you have unique prints, okay? Everything is very tailored to who you are, and we come in as unique spiritual beings in this world. Even if you have twins, born a minute apart, in the world, you're different. You're different, and they're different in their unique biochemistry, physical chemistry, physical blueprints, all is different. But it also means everybody has a unique spiritual energetic blueprint that's different and unique just to you. So that's why I'm like, don't compare yourself to others. You are unique, okay? So no size fits all. And if you're studying somebody else who's famous or a thought leader in this, and you're like, wow, this sucks because I'm not anything like them, right? Because it's not working the same way, or their technique isn't working for me. It's because you're unique. Don't beat yourself up. Everybody is unique. You're unique. And a lot of the journey is finding what works for you. Okay? One of the biggest things that I've come to understand is that there's no wrong or right way. It's only the right way for you. Write it down. There's no wrong or right way of doing it. It's only what works for you, what's right for you, because you're unique. Okay? In this world that we live in, there's so much division of like my religious belief is better than yours, or this group is better than yours, right? But the reality is it's kind of like trying to get to a destination, and you have different cars. Everyone still gets there, and everyone has different cars, and all of it works because each vehicle can get you there. So it's what works for you. No car is wrong, right? Whatever car you get, it gets you there. And everybody has different types of cars, right? And they want cars that they want, and it works. And that's the same thing for everybody in this world. They just have their own spiritual features and their own vehicles, which are the same. It gets you to where you want to go. So don't focus so much on it looking like how I did it or how somebody else did it. Figure out through this process who you are and what works for you, and honor that above all. Okay? And remember, it's about finding your authentic self, right? It's all about finding your authentic self and getting back to your purpose work so you can get to your destination and do what you came here to do, right? And nothing's wrong. Everything is right. So a lot of it is thinking what's right for you, and if one thing doesn't resonate, that's fine, that's cool. There's always other vehicles for you to learn from, other teachers. Otherwise, you gotta have multiple vehicles. Depending on what day, what you feel, or whatever phase you are in life, you have that option. Okay, you have that option to have multiple vehicles, multiple teachers in this lifetime. And that's okay to use them all, or a combination of them all, right? Whatever benefits you, okay? Give yourself that flexibility, right? So next thing we have is clairvoyance. It's the second psychic sense, clairvoyance. Each of these psychic senses have different levels. So you can always activate more levels, right? And it comes in different ways as well, shapes and forms. So it's okay, right? You can have one, you can have more, okay? And with clairvoyance, sometimes, what it is it's clear vision. You see, and you see with your third eye. Sometimes it's in dream form. They have very, very, very vivid dreams, and it comes true. Sometimes it's through astral traveling. Astral traveling is another form of clairvoyant ability. Some of them is like during the day. You have images that are coming to you in like movie reels or pictures. Information through picture is one of them. Another one is being able to see auras, colors of chakras around people, light glowing around them. All part of clairvoyance. Okay? Some of them, you can see with physical eyes. Like you can actually clairvoyant see with your physical eyes, spirits or energies. Okay? That's another example, but there's so many different forms of it. I mean, it can go way, way more advanced than some of the basic ones, right? But for clairvoyance, clear seeing is the gift. Okay? And a lot of times, like people that have this, they have so much fear around this stuff. Instead of understanding that this is something that they can have control over, they can have parameters, you can have rules around it, right? The fear comes in. So right now, if you're not aware of this stuff, it's a car that can drive itself. You don't know it's even driving itself. It's fine, right? You might not know that you have the ability or the gift, because a lot of times gifts are unconscious. But once you get the skills and understand this, you can be in the driver's seat. You can drive it. You can take it wherever you want it to go. You can figure out when to accelerate, when to put the brakes, when to turn the car off, and when to turn it on, and it's liberating. At the very beginning, it's unconscious till you make it conscious. That's why we're learning this stuff, so you can take back control of our energy and our gifts. Okay? A lot of it is also realizing just because you have these gifts, it doesn't mean they control you. True freedom comes when you understand everything, that you are, everything that you are as a spiritual being, and you have a complete control over your gifts, your energetic body, your energetic system. Clairaudience. Okay, next thing is clairaudience. It's clear hearing. It's when you're hearing the stuff people are thinking, or a higher power is sending you message through auditory form.
I'll give you an example. Have you ever had a ringing in your ears? How many of you guys have ringing in your ears? Put it in the chat. All of a sudden, it's like ringing in the ears. That's one sign that you're clairaudient. Right? Sometimes, someone's thinking about you intensely. It's like you're giving, and it's giving you a sign or a message, right? Or you're talking about something you're not supposed to. Next thing you know, you got a certain ringing in your ear, right? To me, that's clairaudience. That's sign. That's energy communicating with you. You just need to know, okay, what that means or why it's communicating to you. Or something, sometimes it happens when there's something you really need to pay attention to, like a confirmation from the universe. It just shows up. Like maybe you're thinking of a thought and it rings. That means pay attention to that thought. You're talking to somebody and you're on the phone or in front of you, and you're getting distracted and you get a buzzing in the ear. Pay attention. It might be more important than you think. Okay? So these are things that you could either hear in your head, or sometimes it feels like somebody's talking outside, to where, let's say you're driving to work, right? And all of a sudden you hear, take the exit. And you're like, what? But you just follow it. And then you come in late. But then you realize, that the other path that you would have taken, you normally would have, has an accident, right? And it would have delayed you, or worse, you could have been in the accident. So sometimes that's what happens. So we just get messages that come in to do something. You don't know why, you follow it, right? And it's higher guidance from God, higher power, universe, whatever you believe in, that guides you, right? That's another way it can show up. Clairsalience. My grandmother, when I was younger, she passed away. I had two grandmothers. One, I had two grandmothers that I was really close with. One had a very distinct perfume, and another one had flowers that she loved and always had around her. It's called sampaguita. It's a national flower in the Philippines, right, where I grew up. And I remember there were times when it was their death anniversaries, right, or some random times when I'm missing them, and I could smell the perfume or the flowers in the house when there was none. It would just come in as smell. So at times it comes in, energy comes in through smelling, right? And again, that's another way of getting messages or communication from the spiritual world is clairsentience. Clairsalience, right? And that's clear smelling. Salience, clear smelling. And if you have this, put in the chats. And there's clairgustance. It is something that people legitimately taste things that are not there. Okay? And you can see sometimes, I have friends that are in law enforcement, and I've seen this a lot with them, is homicide detectives. When they're going to the crime scene and they're able to taste the actual, drug that somebody OD'd on. They're getting the distinct taste of what the drug is, only to be confirmed later by the lab or the coroner, that their guess was accurate. Okay? And sometimes it can happen with food and different things. But this is another psychic sense and the ability that you might have, and it's pretty cool. To me, it's like, whoa, this is awesome. Okay? Clairempathy. Clairempathy is clear emotional feeling. This is not to be confused with clairsentient, which I'm going to go over in a second. Okay? To me, this is when you walk into a room and you can just sense what people are feeling. Right? Like you don't actually physically feel it in your body, but you can sense it, the emotions, clear empathy, right? Sometimes it can get confusing because you think that feeling is yours, but the reality is it's somebody else's, right? Some people are more sensitive, or their frequency, as their frequency raises, they're able to house more of it and not feel it as much, right? Where instead of it just being just a room, they can, for some people, they can feel the entire city with their gifts expand, right? And sometimes it can be remote. You can feel what people are feeling when they're thinking about you or emailing. You don't even have to be in the same room as you. You can just sense the feeling, right? So clairempathy is you're sensing emotions of other people strongly, whether they're in front of you, they're remotely, they're within your block, your street, your city. You're just sensing what they're, feeling emotionally, okay? Sometimes it's really random, in the middle of the day, you're like, oh, I'm feeling anxious and I'm feeling excitement. And I normally know who it's from within 10 minutes because they call or text, So it happens a lot. I'm going my day, feel anxious, somebody calls, they're anxious. I feel excited, somebody calls, they're excited, right? That happens. So there's one of it, and it's like to me, it's like a spiritual text message, right? You just get a heads up of what someone's feeling, you know it, right? It's clear emotional feeling, right? And there's clairsentience, okay? Clairsentience. Clairsentience means clear physical feeling. This, throws you in for a loop because you can actually feel the emotion in the body or actually feel the physical feeling in your body, okay? And this happened to me, earlier than I can even remember. It could be different times, And we saw this a lot in some of our last workshops, like, in Sedona, where I'd walk in the room and my left shoulder started hurting, and found out that there were two people in the room who had left shoulder pain, right? So I tend to do that, especially when I'm doing a lot of energy work and I'm coming, open and intuitive to people's energy. I just feel stuff, right? And it's fine because it goes away. As I heal people, it goes away, right? But at the workshop, after I heal them, pain goes away, right? How many of you guys have had that, like clairsentience, where you feel pain of other people physically in your body? Undeniable, but you feel it. Somebody's in pain, you can feel it. Okay? But it can also sometimes be strong emotions as well, right? Somebody's feeling anger and depression, you feel it like in your bones, like an embodiment of it, like super deep, beyond clear empathy. Okay? Like I would literally feel the emotion in my body, and it took me a while to realize that it's somebody else, it's not mine. But sometimes emotions have physical effects. You just feel heavy in your heart. You just feel it. I can't explain it, but you just feel the emotions on a physical level, right? And it took me a while to realize it's somebody else's stuff, not mine. And then when I realized that, I realized I can protect myself from it. I can clear it. But sometimes it's also important to know, because, if you know that you have it or somebody else has it and you're experiencing it, it just guides you to serve them on a deeper level. Sometimes it's the purpose of that. You know what they're feeling so you can help them, or you can have empathy to know what they're going through, and it gives you perspective, right, on a deeper level, right? But a lot of the times it's knowing when to turn this gift on and off, because it'd be crazy if it's on all the time, right? And a lot of times knowing how to regulate it so you're not debilitated by it is super essential, okay? Because sometimes when things get really intense and you won't, and you experience huge emotional swings or physical experiences, you might just think that you're crazy. Or even ask yourself, why am I bipolar? Why am I feeling all this stuff? What's wrong with me? Why am I one day feeling great and the other day I'm feeling like I'm at the bottom, right? And a lot of times people medicate to shut it out. I'm not against medication, but I've seen that sometimes people use it to shut it off. And they don't realize that it's actually a gift. You just didn't know because how could you? There's no handbook. They don't teach you that in school. And it's something that you kind of like have to journey on to find out yourself and experience things and learn like from these kind of workshops. So it's one of the things that I have, which can really be intense, but it can also be useful if you know how to use that gift, right? And then, right, there is clairtangency. And the last one is this, right? Clairtangency. And let's do a quick recap, and we'll go over clairtangency, okay? You have clear empathy, which is clear emotional feeling, so you can sense what they're feeling. Clairsentience, where you can clear physical feeling to where you can manifest in your body temporarily what people feel in their body, their joints, or whatever is aching, right? And then there's clairtangency. This is where you can touch objects, or be in close proximity, or walk in the room, right? And you just know facts about them. You know what's going on by touching things, being around things, being in certain locations. You just know, right? You can read the energy of it. Now there you have it, the 8 psychic senses and the 4 steps you can use to remove deeply rooted energetic blocks that are secretly stopping you from experiencing more abundance, happiness, peace, and success in your life. Right? And here's the thing, I can spend weeks talking about this stuff. A lot of times I talk about this in my 3 to 4 day events, or I talk about them in my 8-week energy healing certification programs. There's just so much more. I can literally go on, and people go on with me sometimes for 2 to 3 years, going deep and learning about energy, because it's just, to me, it's like school. There's so much to learn, so much to share. But hopefully, during this short time together that we've had, okay, and what I shared today gets you started, gets you thinking, gets you aware, gets you conscious of the stuff, gets you aware of what goes on in your energetic system, because awareness is a beautiful and great and a powerful first step. So hopefully this presentation helped you learn a few things. Okay? Once you're aware, then you can do something about it and take action. Because information is not power, it's potential power. Taking action is what creates the results and changes in your life. Right? So my question is this. Do you want to master your energy and become your own healer? Do you want to understand exactly how to activate your natural healing abilities? Would you like to learn the specific how-tos when it comes to the 4 steps to healing yourself, so you can confidently protect your energy, remove negative energy that blocks you, and that prevents you from living the life that you've always wanted? And do you want me to walk you through how you can apply all of these concepts into your life over the next 30 days? Okay? Because the thing is, would your life change if you had all the tools to master your energy and become your own healer? Would your life change? Like mine did. Okay? And if so, I want to invite you to my Authentic Energy program. It's 30 days to unlocking your natural healing abilities, activating your intuition, and becoming your own healer. Okay? Why I created this program, you all know. Okay? My deep passion for this, but also, you brush your teeth daily, you eat daily, you drink water daily, and this takes care of your physical health, right? But what about your energetic health? Things happen on a daily basis, and in order to give yourself the best chance at succeeding and experiencing all the abundance that life has to offer, you need to take care of your energetic health daily. It's a non-negotiable. Life changes when you do this. You need to learn how to become your own healer so you can feel good any place, anywhere, anytime. Right? This empowers you so things don't have to happen to you. They can start to happen for you. Okay? What makes this program different? It empowers you. You can do it from home. You can do it at your own pace. You're not using your own energy. You're using sacred geometry, which I'll teach you how to do. You learn. It's designed for you to learn quickly. Okay? I designed this for you so you can learn things extremely quickly. Right? It works on the root, not the fruit. It doesn't work on the Band-Aid approach. It actually works on the thing that's causing your problem. So when you address the thing, the problem goes away, right? It works well with other methods. So if you've already done energy work, this thing works and actually amplifies other methods that you probably already know of if you're a practitioner. It's love-based. It's just super powerful. To me, love-based methods, not fear, guilt, or anxiety-based methods. For me, I used to go by those shame methods, shaming myself, guilting myself. No, it doesn't work. Love-based is what works. Okay? And it's powered by source, higher power, God, universe, whatever you believe in, not you. It's intuitive healing. Powered by something bigger than you. You're just a vessel, a tool when you learn this method. Right? Why 30 days? So you can have all the knowledge and tools you need to remove energy blocks and gain mental and emotional clarity, leading you to experiencing more abundance in your life, right? And you're going to learn how to tap into abundant energy so you can manifest what you want in life quicker and more predictably. You're going to learn how to activate your hand scanning ability so you can feel energy, right? And discover practical intuition and also discover where you have energetic blocks in your body. You're going to learn proven ways to remove negative energy that's trapped in your body. Okay, you're going to learn how to restore your body's natural life force energy so you can heal faster physically, emotionally, and mentally. Okay, you'll learn my quick 60-second method for clearing your energy that works every single time. Works for anxiety, for fear, for negativity, for overwhelm, and it's powerful and it works. Okay, you're going to learn how to handle the negative environment and people in your life. What do you do when there's a lot of negativity around you? You're going to have tools and practices so that you become bigger than all of those and those don't affect you anymore. Okay? How to activate your intuition. You're going to learn that. Okay, my training program will take you by the hand and help you master your energy healing, master energy healing and energy tools over the next 30 days. Okay, so by now you know you can't escape the fact that everything is energy and that energy affects everything in your life. And that consciously letting these laws work for you through authentic energy versus just going with the flow, directionless, is your best bet to unlocking the success, abundance, wellness, peace of mind, joy, and fulfillment in your life that you desire. Okay, so if you want to get rid of the negative energy trapped inside of you that's holding you back and sabotaging your success, if you want to reconnect to your authentic energy so you can unlock your passion, your calling, your purpose, and ultimately the life that you want, right? And if you're still stuck with experiencing overwhelm, confusion, anxiety, sadness, stress, and lower level vibes, and you want to let go of them so you can start living the life of your dreams, okay? And if you want to claim the abundance, the extraordinary experiences and the genuine happiness, to me, that I feel is really destined and readily available, for you, and if you want to properly channel your energy towards what matters the most and go from surviving to thriving, and if you want life results that allow you to give back to the world and make a difference, okay, then this program is for you. Here's how we'll do it, right? The overview of my program is you're going to get foundations for healing, right? You're going to get daily energy clearing practices that you can practice daily. You're going to be removing deep energy blocks that are holding you back. And you're going to learn my system for advanced energy management. That's the overview of this entire program. Okay? Here's what you'll learn in this program. You're just going to discover your unique spiritual gifts, how to activate them, and how to use them to heal yourself and others. How to turn on your intuition using a simple technique called scanning. Everyone has the ability to tune in to their own intuition. It's easy once you know how. Okay, how to feel energy. Everyone can feel energy, right? Everyone can. Once you do, then you'll have more awareness and understanding of the invisible thing that's controlling everything. How to use sacred light and colors to cleanse, energize and heal. Very few people know the power of this specific technique, but once you learn it, you can go from drained and feeling down to energized and happy in as little as 1 minute. Okay? You're going to learn how to use sacred breathing to access higher levels of consciousness. Did you know there's a specific way for you to access higher level healing with just breathing? I'll show you the specific formula for doing it. Okay? How to cut energetic cords and clear yourself. Did you know that people have the ability to affect you? You're an energetic being and people can attach cords to your energetic body without meaning to. When that happens, you feel exactly how they're feeling. They can drain you, take your energy, stress your adrenals. Their fear becomes yours, right? Their emotion becomes yours. The way they think that's limiting becomes yours. And I'll show you how to lovingly get rid of these cords so others can no longer drain you and affect you. Okay? You're going to learn the 3 powerful types of sacred geometry, okay, that you should use in all your healings. There are dozens of sacred geometry symbols that I personally use during this workshop. We'll focus on 3 basic ones, but extremely powerful ones you'll need. Is the foundation of everything that I do. You're going to learn that. Okay? You're going to learn how to look for negative energy within chakras. Your chakras affect you on and your daily quality of life more than you realize. So I'll show you how to discover which of your chakras are carrying negative energy and what to do about it. Okay? I'm going to give you a guide to spiritual sanitation. You'll discover exactly what you should be doing before and after all your healing sessions with yourself to make sure you're protected from negative energies that are released during the healings. Okay? I'm going to go over 3 proven steps to removing negative energy. When negative energy is stuck in your body, it must be removed. I'll share with you my 5-step technique and 3 other methods I'm throwing in here. That's guaranteed to remove negative energy, no matter how old they've been there. Okay? How to create a vortex and other shields to protect yourself. Did you know you can actually protect yourself from negative energies from other people? It's easy when you know how to create a vortex and shield to do it. How to balance your chakras. Sometimes you struggle during the day because some of your chakras may not be balanced. it can sometimes cause headaches, nausea, feeling disconnected or overwhelmed when they're too big or too small. So you'll learn exactly how to re-energize and balance your chakras so you're operating perfectly throughout your day. Then how to clear your auric field and your energetic field. Your energetic field can be anywhere from a few feet in front of you all the way to 15 to 20 feet, and some people way bigger than that. So throughout your day, you're picking up and absorbing energy from other people and places that you visit. So you're going to learn how, to clear all the energy in your auric field that you actually absorb. Okay? And much more. You're getting the exact process I use to turn my life around by removing energetic blocks. Okay, when you're first learning how to master your energy, you're going to need consistent daily reinforcement so you can learn the skill effectively and develop the habit so it becomes who you are, it becomes second nature. Okay, that's why you'll be getting a video from me every single day for the next 30 days to make sure that you build the energy healing habits needed for you to start experiencing the quality of life you deserve. Okay? And you're also going to be part of my Authentic Energy Facebook family, so you can connect with like-minded people and get the support you need as well. All right? So we have a family for that, a community of folks over here. You'll meet people on the same journey as you, so you don't have to feel alone during this transformational time in your life. So Authentic Energy, to me, is a transformative journey that gives you all the tools and the techniques for unlocking your natural healing abilities so you can experience the life you've always wanted. Now the question is, how much is this going to cost me? All right? So these were workshops that I did, close to 10 years ago, right? I don't do this anymore, but I wanted to put it here to show you where I started when I was teaching this stuff. Now, we have 3, 5, 15,000 people workshops that we do. Right? But I started off like literally small workshops like this. Okay, and back in the day when I did this workshop, it was people paid $2,100 for this. Right now it's double the price, but back then they paid $2,100 for this for my 4-day workshop, and they learned a lot of tools that they needed to manage their energy. Right, and you're getting that same stuff that they've learned in this program. So here's what you're going to get when you enroll today. You're going to get lifetime access to the 4-week in-depth training that I have on activating your healing abilities. You'll get 1 video per day for the next 4 weeks. You'll learn the same principles that I learned in my close to 20-year journey of mastering energy for healing, protection, abundance, and purpose work. The value of that's $499. Right? My personal routines that I do on a daily basis that gets me in the right and highest vibration, right? And the energy to accomplish anything I want. You're going to get that. You're going to get lifetime access to my Authentic Energy Facebook family. The value of that is $999. You can get daily guidance, videos and audio coaching for me for 4 weeks, walking you through this entire process. Okay, and you get your questions, my answers. You can get a recording of my Q&A sessions. I got a lot of them. Right, I got a lot of them that's available there already. Community support and group mastermind with loving and supportive folks in the Facebook group there to help you, right? And you're gonna get an unconditional 7-day money-back guarantee. After the start of the program, you can take it for a test drive for 7 days. Make sure it's perfect for you, so there's no risk on your part. You either love it, or you not. Within 7 days, let us know, and we'll give you your money back. Okay, and the cool thing is the program starts right now, immediately. Total value is $1,896. Okay, and I wanted this 30-day program to be more affordable so I can help more people. Right, so on this webinar, you save $1,674. Okay, just one payment of $222 or 3 installments of $99. Okay, and you get my Authentic Energy 30-day program. So click the Add to Cart button on the right to get started if you see it in there. If not, don't worry. Just use the website below. Okay, geolovehealing.com/now. Again, geolovehealing.com/now. If you don't see the link, you can just go there, right? And you can get directed to that page. Okay, and that to me is like $7.40 per day for the next 30 days to learn how to remove all the energetic blocks stopping you from having the life you truly deserve. okay? Or $3.30 per day if you choose the payment plan option. That's less than a cup of cafe latte from your favorite coffee shop. Here is option number 2. And I'm super excited about this option number 2 because I was trying to think what would be something that if I rolled it out, if I presented it to you, if I showed it to you, that it would be not only the best savings, right, but also something that would radically change your life in 12 months, right? And this is option number 2. Okay, it's my energy healing circle, right? So this one is super, super cool. You're receiving energy healings and clearings twice a week, okay? And you get access to all of our digital programs as long as you're an active member. You're getting sound healings, you're getting intuitive readings, you're getting, group coachings for your mind. To me, it's almost like, the spa or the gym for your soul, for your spirit. Everything you need for your healing phase, for your spiritual journey, for your energetic journey is right here. And I wanted to give this as an option because in this option, if you're a member of my energy healing circle, you actually get authentic energy, which you just saw, included in the membership. Think of it almost like a Netflix for spirituality. You're getting all these different programs, that you get access to as long as you're an active member. And on top of that, you're receiving an energy healing and energy clearing twice a week, right? All these classes that are actual live classes for you to participate in. It's interactive, it's educational, it's healing, and it's transformational. And I wanted to share the second option for you because a lot of people have joined us in this option and they actually love it. They're part of the energy healing circle, and their lives have changed, and so I wanted to give you the same opportunity to check it out. Okay, so to me, why every week for an entire year? Like you might be asking, Oliver, why energy clearing and energy healing for an entire year, right? And twice a week, actually, if you want to. You can do once a week, and then twice a week if you want to really go all in. And it's because, when you are experiencing so much in your life, so much blocks from your programming, from traumatic life events, from your environment, from gestational and generational and things that are coming at you, right, in all areas of life, you need, to create something that does so much momentum, that creates so much momentum, to handle and overcome all of that stuff. So you've experienced a lot of negativity in life. If you have a lot of things that are holding you back, a lot of blocks, okay, then you need, to get on top of that and have an environment that deals with that addresses that heals that, and that shifts all of that stuff. So for me, a year typically creates so much momentum that there's simply no going back to the old way of being. Okay? And it's you prioritizing your healing and your self-care for 12 months. And my goal, my intention is a decade's worth of progress in just 12 months. Right? Let's get the healing phase over quickly, right? So you can get into the thriving phase and beyond, because there's more. Healing is just a phase. Repeat after me. Put it in the chats. Okay? Healing is just a phase, right? Beyond healing, there's thriving and there's purpose work. There's giving back, right? If you're meant for more, if you felt that in your heart, like you're meant for more, you're here to make a difference, life can be better, right? Then that's what the purpose phase is all about. And that's beyond healing. And the purpose of Energy Healing Circle is to get you through the healing phase as quickly as possible, right? So you can experience what it's like to thrive and what it's like, to be in a place of purpose, okay? So to me, healing has layers. Think of healing like having layers of the onion, right? And if you do it enough times, right, there's because of different areas of life. For some of you, you're here because you want to work on your abundance and finances. Some of you are here because you want to work on, maybe your health and your physical wellness. Some of you are here because you want to work on, love and relationships, right? Some of you are here because you want to work on your emotions, your emotional quality of life, your mental health. Some of you are here because you want to work on your purpose. Regardless of what you're working on, typically what's holding you back are blocks. And to me, when I look at energy blocks, like, and you're healing that, there's layers to the onion to all of these different things. So when you're experiencing a healing once or even twice, like, a week, what ends up happening is all those layers are being peeled, they're being cleared, they're being unblocked, they're being healed. So one day you just wake up and you realize that you're living the life you've always prayed for. or the life you've always dreamt about. And that's the power of this. That's why, it's super powerful doing it in this immersive manner. Okay? And it's time to remove every single energetic block, whether it was caused by your environment, growing up, or your environment right now, or it's been caused by a traumatic life event that happened, that's still triggering you and affecting you in your day-to-day life, or whether it was caused, gestational trauma, you were in the womb, it was passed on to you, or generational, right? It wasn't even created by you. It was created generations before you, but it's still affecting you now, and all these things that are holding you back in life, it can be removed, right? And energy clearing and energy healing, in my personal experience and what I've seen in my loved ones and the people that I've helped, is one of the fastest, if not the fastest way to remove these energy blocks that are holding you back from experiencing complete and total freedom and abundance in all areas of life. Okay, so you can become unstoppable, and then you do, because when you become unstoppable when you constantly remove the blocks, raise your vibration every single week or twice a week, right? And when you do that, the light within you becomes bigger and brighter than the darkness around you. Okay, and also the cool thing is you're gonna meet your soul family along the way. This is a supportive, loving, and extremely safe space to get your healing done fast, so you can become who you're meant to be in this lifetime and more. Again, if you've ever felt like, life, it's got to be better than this, there's more to life than this, I meant for more, why not me? Okay, that's because you haven't stepped into your full potential. What's possible for you, right? And again, when you have the environment, when you have the soul family, it's easier for you, to step into who you're meant to be in the life that you're meant to live. So here's some of what you'll get when you enroll today. So you're gonna get energy clearing and energy healing twice a week, right? So once a month, I'm there doing a group energy healing, and the value in that is, really, really up there, because when I was selling this in the past, people were paying $167 just for one energy clearing and healing session, right? You're getting a total of 8 per month, twice a week, right? Group energy clearing and healing sessions. And, one of them I'm leading every single month, okay? And the ones that are being done every single week are the ones that my advanced energy healers, are leading. They're the ones that have spent years with me, hundreds, if not thousands of sessions that they do, right? And I want to make sure they're the best of the best. As a matter of fact, when I'm doing healings or trainings in person and I'm unavailable like I am right now, and a family member or a friend needs energy healing, right? They go to my advanced healers because they can do, a lot of what I can do. And some of them can do things that I can't even do, right? And that's the power of, the system that we've built. Right, so these are the advanced healers that have, again, changed the lives of, countless people from all over the world, and they're going to be available to you, and you can experience an energy clearing from your home, twice a week, okay? And here's the thing, the value of all this, right? The value of all these healings, because you're getting twice a week, like every single month for an entire year. And remember, I charge in the past $167 for one group energy healing session. Right, and you're getting twice a week, for an entire year. So the value of this, is over $16,000 if you just look at the energy healing that you receive. Okay, and on top of that, you're also going to get event-only bonuses. You're watching this webinar, so if you join today, you're also going to get these event-only bonuses. Okay, number one, you're going to get group sound healing sessions with my personal sound healer twice a month. The value of this is $997. And sound healing, for a lot of people, they don't notice, but they're sensitive to sound. Sound affects them. Like, they're overstimulated. There's a lot of noise. They can't concentrate. When people are talking, like, they absorb the energy. It goes into their ear, and the next thing that person's emotions affect them, because the entry point of for them, their entry point of energy is through their ears, and if they're sensitive, if they're empathic to sound affects them. So sound healing is a powerful way to clear all of that you've absorbed through sound, through someone who's talking, who's anxious. If other people affect you, and they can affect your emotions and make you feel overwhelmed or anxious or just not centered, then chances are sound affects you. And sound healing is one of the ways to clear that. Okay, so you're gonna get 2 sessions a month with my personal sound healer. Bonus number 2, you're going to get group reading for guidance and clarity and inspiration with my intuitive reader twice a month, right? And to me, this is super important because in life, when we're making these big changes, when we're healing, when we're shifting, when we're releasing stuff, when we're choosing which path to go, when we're so overwhelmed with information, we don't have clarity, we don't know left from right, and we don't have that vantage point. Like, intuitive guidance is super important, right? And you're going to get a group reading to guide you, to give you clarity, twice a month. So you're getting that clarity you need, to make decisions you have to in life, right? Bonus number 3 you're going to get is you're going to be part of my private social community, exclusively for Healing Circle members. So you can stay connected, make friends, get support from like-minded and like-hearted individuals, your soul family. Okay, and this one is the value of this is $19.97, and you get this as a bonus. Okay, it's a powerful, extremely supportive family, and this is super important because right now, if your environment right now is draining, if it's toxic, if it's negative, if it doesn't support you, if it doesn't believe you, if it doesn't understand you, if you feel like you don't fit in or belong, right, or you have to be someone else to be accepted, appreciated, or loved, then you need an environment that supports you, that pours into you, that believes in you, understands where you are, that fuels you, right, and that motivates you, and that encourages you and inspires you, and to be the best that you can be. And that's what this group is all about. Okay? And then bonus number 4, as long as you're an active member, you'll get access to all of our best-selling programs. The ones that we currently have, that are digital programs. We have these 30-day programs, 40-day programs that are digital programs that are in different topics, as you'll see. Authentic Energy, which is one of them. You're going to get access to this as long as you're an active member. And the value of this is over $1,700, right? For example, Authentic Energy, the one I was just talking about is option 1. Like, when you join Healing Circle, you get that. As a member, you get access to that. It's a 30-day program designed to help you explore the world of energy more deeply, enabling you to learn how to protect your energy, clear your energy, elevate your energy, and beyond, right? The value of that's $444. Okay? Accelerated Abundance. It's a 30-day program, that I went over that will assist you in mastering abundance, removing all mental, emotional, and energetic blocks that may be hindering you from success and abundance, right? It is going to show you how to bend time and accelerate abundance into your life. So you're going to get this program as well. Value of that's $333. Okay, Authentic Creation, another 30-day program. That my wife, who is literally the world expert in manifestation, she wrote the book, right? It's a 30-day program that will assist you into manifesting faster. It's designed to rewire your mind, your emotions, your energy, so that you become like, a master manifestor, attracting to you, things that you want based on your vibration. So Authentic Creation is a powerful program, and it's $399 is the value. It's what's being sold for. People have, purchase that. You're getting that as part of Energy Healing Circle. Quantum Mind, a 30-day program that will assist you in reprogramming your mind and healing your mind fast. Like, a lot of times, if your mind has a lot of self-talk, has a lot of limiting beliefs, has a lot of rules, and it feels like there's always internal conflict and there's self-sabotage going on, I go over this process, the system of how I use energy to quickly reprogram, shift, and heal the mind for more abundance and happiness. And the value of this, again, is $399. Okay? And we also have Quantum Creation Jumpstart. This is a advanced, manifesting program where we teach you how to quantum jump, how to go from where you are right now and jump into the timeline and the reality where you have it all, where you have abundance in all areas of life that you want, that matter to you. Okay, it's a 40-day advanced manifesting program that me and my wife do together, right? And shows you all these advanced techniques that speed up your learning curve, that get you there fast. And the value of this is $499. Okay, as you can see here, this is all the things you're going to get. Energy clearing and healing twice a week. You're going to get group sound healing, twice a month. You're going to get intuitive group readings twice a month, private community, all of our digital programs, the 30-day and 40-day ones that we have, currently and anything that we release in the future that's 30 and 40 days, digital recorded programs, you're going to get access to the library of what we have: authentic energy, accelerated abundance, authentic creation for manifestation, quantum mind for healing your mind, right? Quantum creation, jumpstart for advanced manifestation, right? And there's more, right? So that, to me, you're getting the library, right? It's like Netflix for spirituality, for energy, for healing, and we're putting high quality programs out there that people have paid for individually and have loved, and you're getting it as part of the membership. Okay? It is everything you get. Energy Healing Circle, right? And we have an event special offer just for you right here. Okay, so the total value of all that stuff, right, is $21,252, right? $21,252, right? And the event only special, you can become an Energy Healing Circle member for as low as $15.92 for 12 months, right? And again, 12 months is because I want to make sure the next 12 months, you're getting enough support, enough momentum, and enough progress, enough healing, especially if you have a lot of catching up to do, especially if life in the past, hasn't, gone your way, and you've experienced more darkness and pain, and you just simply can't break free from this cycle, of you experiencing the same problem, different day. You can't break free. You have to jump all in. You have to create enough momentum. You have to create enough consistency so that you can heal, you can shift, you can release the things that are holding you back and step into the life that you've always dreamt about. Okay? So $15.92 for 12 months, all right? And again, putting into perspective, you get weekly, group energy clearings, actually twice a week, so 8 per month. Just this portion alone, I want to put into perspective. It boils down to about $15.30 per healing. And last year, I had close to 20,000 people. Okay, close to 20,000 people who paid, $167 for one group session that I did, right? So think about it. One group energy healing, $167. When you're part of this annual membership that I have, right, where you're getting healings up to twice a week, okay, the average is going to be $15.30 per healing. It's like a 90% savings per healing. It's not even including the sound healing, the intuitive reading that you're going to get. Like, we also have group coachings that we just added as well, right? Integration sessions, right? And all of our digital programs that are 30 to 40 days, long, that are like, that we record, that you get a video a day for 30 days on different topics, abundance, right? Energy, your mind, manifesting, starting over. There's a lot of programs out that you can consume, right? Just putting into perspective so you see the value of this, all right? So the event special is $15.92 for an entire year, right? Or if you're doing the math, it's $133 a month, right? That's of course, it's the annual option. It's $15.92, but it boils down to $133 a month to get all of that. Is what it boils down to, all right? That's $4 a day to speed up your healing journey and take care of yourself, right? Because I did this because I wanted this to be more accessible and sustainable for those who are serious about their healing journey. And again, currently we have over 3,000 people already in the healing circle. And if you're seeing posts in the groups, if you're seeing the events that we do in the healing circle, because you also get events there as well as part of it, okay, is the chats, the comments, the success stories, what people are saying, the breakthroughs, the healings, the transformations. They're just, you've got to see it to believe it. Okay, and here's the thing. Like, when you join something like this and you create so much momentum, okay, it's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when it starts to happen for you. It's a matter of when things start to get better. But all I know is when you do the right things, when you're around the right environment, when you are learning the right things, right? When you're removing the blocks, when you're healing, when you're actively doing that every single week, week in, week out, for weeks, for months, for a year, reality changes, life changes. So if you're in a place to where you're thinking to yourself, like, now is my time, then I want to invite you, like, to check this out. Because this, to me, is something that's never been created before. I know because people tell me that. And it's something that when you join, you come in with an open mind, open heart, you show up, right? And you do the work, everything changes. for the best. So I'm super, super excited for you to check this out. And option 2, again, this option 2, so you can see the value is packed. Okay, and again, there's nothing like this out there, and I want to invite you to go all in on option 2 if you found value in this presentation and if you just feel called to it. Okay, so check it out. You're gonna see it in our website. You're gonna see the link to join and check out option 2. But I would check it out if this is something that, as you're listening to it, you're like, wow, that sounds so amazing. All right, and again, don't forget, you're protected by my 100% satisfaction guarantee. 7 days, try it out. You test drive it for the first 7 days of the program. Try out what try out what you learn. See it change your life. See it make a difference. If for any reason at all, doesn't matter what it is, you're not happy, let us know before the 7 days are up. We'll give you a full refund. Okay? It even gets better. And I wanted to put old pictures here because I want you guys to see when I started, shining my light, doing this stuff. I've been doing it for a while, right? It's been a while, right? It even gets better. Right now, when you buy, I'm gonna throw in 2 bonuses to my upcoming events that will change your life. The bonuses I'm throwing in here are worth double what the price is, but I want to throw it in here because I want to go all in. I mean, you watched this presentation for this long. I want to go all in your experience. I'm throwing 2 events on top of it that you're going to get the experience just to make sure that your life is completely transformed when you join us today. So one of the events I want to throw in here is bonus number 1 is my 1-day healing experience. Okay, this is where we go for an entire day. You're learning everything, a deep dive into energy and energy healing. And this is one of the only times where I actually do an energy healing on you. I will do an energy healing on you so I can clear your blocks, remove whatever's holding you back. I'm doing it for you so you can experience it firsthand. Okay? This is one of the most powerful things that I have to offer. People's lives have been changed. What I'm going to do real quick so you just get the value of this bonus is I'm going to play a quick trailer so you can see what happens in this 1-day healing experience, which you're going to get if you buy right now during this webinar. This is one of the bonuses you're going to get. Okay, so I'm going to play this so you guys can see this. I am super excited for today. We have literally over 5,000 people from 80 plus countries that joined us over the last 3 weeks for this event. When all 5,000 are here, all of our energies magnify each other, and we have this collective consciousness, a magnified vibrational field. And with that amount of energy, instead of you being capped by your own energy, there's this big pool that we're using to accelerate the healing.
You are going through what's called a rebirth. This is the time where you live life for what your heart is calling you to do.
You're getting the energy from all the different environments that everyone is in, who's literally online watching this right now and participating. So this is really a powerful experience.
You are one vibration away from the life that you want. Whatever you believe in, doesn't have any limit to what it can grant you. It's an unlimited resource. And when you raise your vibration, we can get to a space where we can set our intention and manifest what we want. And as you close your eyes, whatever it is you experience, lean into it.
It was the most peaceful and calm time I've had in, I can't even tell you how long.
Whatever you want to try now, go for it. You have such pure, positive energy pushing you forward.
Finally, I can receive.
I stretched a lot. I forgave a lot of people.
The things that I felt were very physical.
Something was going on in my heart. It felt good.
This is the best decision I've ever made. You guys have literally changed my life already.
I ran down 19 stairs and ran back up. I haven't done that in 20 years.
Somebody finally sees me for what has been hidden. I feel amazing.
I have to give you the shifts, the concepts that changed my life as well, so that when your life changes, you know what to expect. You know what's going on. You're not guessing.
And you'll be thinking more and more of what you truly want.
You are the creator of your own reality. You were not born just to suffer and experience pain in life. You were born for something more. And I'm here to remind you of that. that you, at the deepest levels, you are light, you are love, and you are loved. I want to encourage you to start writing the next chapter of your life. Because now, not only is your mind and your heart awake, your soul is too. All right, so that is just one of the bonuses you're getting on top of the 30-day program where you're getting videos every single day. You're getting this as well, okay? The one-day healing experience. And then bonus number 2, if you sign up, during this presentation, if you're seeing this and you sign up while you're seeing this, I have a 3-day Become Your Own Healer event, right? And people in the past have paid $2,222 flying in here in person to learn this stuff. It's 3 days to where we take typically everything that you've learned during the 30-day program. We go deeper and practice it together over a 3-day period that you can do from the comfort of your home, right? Okay, you're getting that as well as a bonus, right? 2 events that we do, literally multiple times a year. You can pick whatever date works for you. You can access them. You can be a part of them. And again, these events alone, they're worth way, way more than the price of the program. But I'm throwing it in here because to me, I want to make sure, okay, that I get you to the finish line, right? That energy healing can do for you what it did for me. Therefore, I want to go all in on your experience. Okay, so let's recap. Okay, you get 1 video from me every single day for the next 30 days. Right, you get access to my Authentic Energy Facebook family. You get free tickets to my upcoming 1-day healing experience, the video you just saw. You get free tickets to my upcoming 3-day Become Your Own Healer experience, which is another immersion program, which takes what you've learned in the 30-day program to an even deeper level. And we're practicing it. You're learning new techniques. We're going deeper. You get all that stuff. Okay, and all you gotta do is try Authentic Energy program risk-free for the next 7 days. And if for any reason you're not happy, simply let me know before the 7 days are up, and I'll give you a full, no questions asked refund. Okay, you save $16.74 off the regular price when you sign up on this webinar. Plus, you get the amazing bonuses. They're worth, way more than the price of admission. All right, so if you're interested, geolovehealing.com/now. You see the link that we have here. geolovehealing.com/now is where you want to go. Okay, or click it, or if it shows up, click the add to cart button that you see right now on the page. If you don't see it, no worries. It's geolovehealing.com/now. Okay, so quick question: do you guarantee it will work for me? I guarantee that if you go through the program, okay, first of all, within 7 days, if you don't like it, you don't like how I talk, you don't like what it looks like, you don't like what you learn, you're gonna get a refund. But what I can guarantee is if you take action and you implement the things that you learn in this program, your life will never be the same in 30 days. It will absolutely never be the same, right? How exactly does this program work? It's immersive. Every day, you're getting a video, simple, digestible video from me every single day, gives you techniques that you can try, what to focus on in that day. And then as a bonus, you can attend one of our many 1-day healing events that we do, virtually. You can attend that for free as my guest, and also my 3-day Become Your Own Energy event. You can experience that from the comfort of your home. You get those 2 things, which are outside of this program, but helps with the program itself that you're learning, right? So I'm throwing that in, and so you get pretty much, the daily stuff and then the immersion events as well. Do I still have access to the program after the course is over? Yes, you have access for life. You can rewatch the videos as often as you want, as many times as you want, like a lot of people here have, right? And it completely will change the way you look at things after you watch it, even 90 days from now or a year from now, because as you do the program, you change. And when you change, new things appeal to you. And you're gonna see that the program has a lot of gems and wisdom in it, okay, that we embed it for all levels of whether you're a beginner, you're advanced, right? It has a lot of techniques that address every single person. Okay, how much time do I need to dedicate to this daily? About 10 to 15 minutes every single day for the videos. For the actual course will get you through And I try to make it as digestible as possible so that it's easy for you to watch them and easy for you to try them out as well. Okay? Can I complete this course at my own time and pace? Yeah. You can do all 30 videos if you want in 1 day or 2 days, or you can do it every day. Typically, I would recommend, doing it week per week, right? You can do the first 7 days, do the first 7 days. And go through it. Go through 7 days and practice it. Don't go yeah, you can watch it, but the magic comes with the practice of it. So when the first 7 day drops, practice it, get into it, use it, see how it affects you, right? Because the first week builds the foundation for the second week. And the second week builds the foundation for the third week, and then the fourth week. This is an application program. You do practice this, it will change your life. So it's important to kind of build up to it. So yeah, you can watch it, get ahead of it, but know that the implementation of what I teach is super important, right? So if you want to skip through or just blast through it really quickly, you can, but don't forget to practice it, okay? And here's the thing. I'm going to end this note. I want you to really hear this. The truth is, you were born perfect. There's so much unnecessary pain and suffering in the world because people are not aware of their unique spiritual gifts and how to manage your energetic system, okay? And worse, they dim or completely shut off their light, their essence, their nature, who they are, because they don't understand it, and they're afraid to be judged by others, right? But us shutting off our light is like shutting off our spiritual GPS system and our intuition. And that's a huge reason why a lot of people get lost or stuck in life. Running around in circles, but not really living their full potential, or not really experiencing the full abundance and fulfillment that life has to offer. Okay? The thing is, you weren't born imperfect and helpless. Quite the opposite. To me, you were born perfect, equipped with all the spiritual knowledge, gifts, and tools that you need to not only survive, but to thrive, and make a lasting impact on the world. Okay? And you came here. Okay, I want you to really hear this. You came here as a gift to the world through your own unique expression of your divine wisdom. Yeah, but somewhere along the way, you forgot that. You gave your power away and relied purely on your mind, your logic, or your brain to survive. Okay? And we shut off not only our light, but also our emotions and our gifts, right? But the magic in life and our purpose in life lies within our light, which most have forgotten, and our hearts, and not really our heads. It's our light and our hearts, right? And you're not alone. I've been down that path, and I know there's a better way, a better quality of life, right, that's available for everybody. And I'm here to empower you and help you get there as fast as possible because, you've been waiting long enough. I know I have, and I know probably most of you have as well. So to get you there faster would be my absolute dream and my intention. Okay? And if you have more questions that I didn't answer, just go ahead and type it in the comments, and I'll make sure to to answer them in the future as I read through a lot of the comments. And something pops on, I'm creating a video or I'm emailing folks with answers and stuff. So I want to be able to do that. So if you have any more questions that I didn't answer, just put it in the chats, right? And again, last call here. Go ahead. If you see the add to cart button to the right, click that. If not, if it doesn't show up for any reason, go to geolovehealing.com/now. Again, geolovehealing.com/now. Okay? And as promised, you stay till the end. We know the system can track it. Okay, you're going to get an email, with the rapid manifestation video that you get to watch. Okay? Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for joining me here. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was a refresher for you. If you learned my principles, or if you haven't heard of me at all, I hope that in some way it gave you an aha moment, a light bulb moment that's going to change your life moving forward. I love you all, and remember, when you heal yourself, you heal others, and you also heal the world.